And welcome into another episode of Half the Distance Live. As always, I'm Matty Fax, joined by Scottathan Stanton, a.k.a. Scotty Stats, hey. Brian the Professor, and joining us once again, I don't know the last time he was here, the great scout hunter Pepe Le Pied-Douceur. We are brought to you by our general intolerance and hatred towards most people that call football games. So how we started this show was doing a barroom commentary for the Sunday night game.
Intolerance sounds like you don't want cheese on your burger. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more than intolerance.
It's a good point.
Loathing?
Yes. Well, when you have Booger McFarland and Troy Aikman and Chris Collinsworth and just these guys that are terrible doing the sound, and on top of that, one Joseph Buck. We only have one toast here. Fuck Joe Buck.
Fuck Joe Buck.
Fuck Joe Buck. Cheers, boys.
Right now, we're taking a little drink after cheers. Of an Abbey de St. Bolshen Grand Cru by BFM out of Switzerland. Not an easy beer to find, but holy shit is this good. This one's been aged in red wine barrels, then aged in rum barrels. It is quite tasty. They are not a sponsor, but they could be.
Jerome is a master vintner who got into aging beers, and they're incredible.
Absolutely. One thing we do every week here to start out, we all have our favorite team and our least favorite team. If your favorite team should win, you get to use your favorite team's koozie. Mr. Stats, his Giants are taking on the Chargers today. Going to be a tough one coming in. And the Giants pulled it out.
I'll be using that koozie.
That Pat's koozie can go away. And then for the Professor, his Broncos play tomorrow night, so by default, he doesn't have to use the Cowboys koozie. The Scott Hunter's team, the Bills, did their best to lose
they were trying.
to the Saints. They definitely tried to.
They like to do that.
But they pulled it out, so he gets to put the Tom freaking Brady koozie to the side and use the Bills. For myself, I am a Bears fan. My Bears pulled off a last-second victory on the road against the Raiders, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. So I get to use the Bears koozie. It's not often we all get to use our favorite team's koozie.
And you know what? I mean, forget the default part of it. I'm not sure the last time that we've used all four, let alone all four of our teams won.
I know that's happened once.
Has it happened once? Okay.
Like when they actually played and won all the same week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, let's be honest. Between Broncos, Bears, and Giants, since we've been doing this show, it's been tough.
Like, the Bills fan is the one holding the bag for the rest of us. You know?
The guy who was raised watching Tom Brady go 33-3 against his team is the one whose team is finally the one that always gets to pretty much guaranteed to use that koozie.
Allegedly.
All right, let's start off with the Thursday night game. The Seahawks traveled to Arizona to take on the Cardinals and pulled out the victory 23-20. Sam Darnold continued a very impressive season, 242 yards passing with a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, the third, at 81 yards rushing to go with one catch, 29 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 39 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 4 catches for 79 yards. Arroyo, 2 for 44. Barner, 3 for 33 and a touchdown. 3 for 32 and a touchdown. Ernest Jones, 8 tackles, 4 solo, half a sack, 1 pass defense, and an interception. It's a solid little game. For the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, 200 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions that were both right off the hands of Marvin Harrison Jr. Also had 41 yards rushing. Trey Benson stepping in for Connor, 35 yards rushing with 5 catches. Amani DeMarcado, 2 catches for 13 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. started this game off terrible, had those 2 drop/batted balls that became interceptions, but came back in the fourth quarter, got a big touchdown to pull the Cardinals to tie it up. Had 6 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown in the end. McBride, 7 for 52, and Dortch, 4 for 35. For most of this game, the Cardinals could not figure out the Seahawks defense, and the Seahawks offense just kind of kept doing their thing, never really changed it up. Yeah. So what do we take from this game?
Matt, I don't want to interrupt your rundown too much, but just in your opinion, like, is Marvin Harrison Jr. not good?
No, the Cardinals are not good. The Cardinals' offense is not good. Kyler Murray is playing worse than I've seen him in years.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hustle for the first 3 quarters, the fourth quarter was the hustle that we've been seeing. And I'm answering. He asked you. I'm answering for you. I'm sorry. But the Cardinals have been playing like shit.
Well, we talk about like game tape on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That once you get enough game tape, you can start to shut off a lot of their avenues. That doesn't really happen with receivers.
Yeah.
And he seemed like he was really growing last year. So, like, I don't know. I don't think he's bad or sucks or is overrated. Like, I think just the Cardinals suck.
I also think their offensive scheme doesn't use him very well.
It doesn't work for him.
He doesn't get crossing patterns to be able to catch the ball while he's in stride. Called for him very often. It's a lot of deep shots that. And he's also good at those, but like.
It's easy for me to ask that question when like the highlights are him dropping balls and not seeing the rest.
But when you're at the same time, like there's a mental aspect of the game, and when you're catching passes in motion, right? You're hitting your routes and you're in that flow state. Versus, I have to do this, otherwise we're fucked. When you've yet to really establish the rhythm, and I think that's what's sad about Marvin Harrison Jr. is that we're not seeing him get in rhythm. And it's their own fault, really.
Yes.
So
I blame the offensive coordinator a lot in this situation.
Yeah.
How many targets did he get versus McBride?
He had 10 versus 11 for McBride. I'm looking at it right
just
now.
curious
What
what
is
you
your
guys
tight end
thought.
versus your really your lead receiver? Like those aren't good fucking numbers.
No.
Although Trey McBride is one of the best tight ends.
He's fucking great, yeah.
And they don't really have a lot more at wide receiver opposite of Marvin Harrison either. So you're really working with those two, and when you lost James Conner for the season last week, that put a big hole in your offense too.
So all we have to plan against
sucks.
is McBride and him. That's it. No running game.
Exactly. Take these two guys out, and Kyler Murray's going to have to do is I'm 5'1", but my feet are going 1,000 miles an hour type shit.
And Seattle's good too. So not to discount.
Kyler Murray was 27 for 41.
Also,
for 200 yards.
For 200 yards.
27 completions for 200 yards.
And so to talk about your downfield targets is tough. How do you really... I get it. Fine. There were some drop passes. Okay, fine. But at the same time, like, it's not like you had 2 looks and you dropped your 2 looks. Like, this was ugly.
Yep.
This was
Even if they had, like, Cooper Kupp as a receiver, too. That would really spread out the field.
My major question for it is, because it was a huge catch at the end, and he did most of that in the fourth quarter, like, I kind of felt like he found that inner dog to be like, I'm going to go make this fucking catch. I'm going to get this touchdown. I'm not dropping another fucking ball. I hope so anyway. Yeah. He's got the genes for it. His dad was pretty good.
But there's been a lack of something.
Yep.
Locker room wise when it comes to the Cardinals this year, and whether all that fight and that scrap that we saw last year and a little bit the year before was related to what Kingsbury installed, and it's slowly tapering away.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, like that fight just doesn't seem to be there this year. Last year we felt like they were always in it.
And even if they were getting blown out, you could see them playing hard.
But this past week, they weren't playing. This wasn't like they were fighting for 3 quarters and then they pulled it together to keep it close with their 2 touchdowns in the fourth. They played like shit for 3 quarters. And then had 1 quarter of good ball.
And on the contrasting side, the Seattle defense also had 3 excellent quarters. And they are good. They have got very good defensive linemen from the draft. And from they also traded for Leonard Williams a couple years ago from the Giants. He's a great defensive lineman. They've got cornerbacks that are big. Like the guy whose name, Tariq Woolen out of UTSA, is a 6'4" fucking corner. Like, they have monsters in the defensive backfield.
Yeah.
That match up really well with someone Marvin Harrison's size, who is about 6'4" also. Like, how often in his life has he gone against someone his height?
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Well, we can see next week when they play the Titans. If they can pump out 42, 45 points,
Everyone else has. Dublin, Ireland, morning game. For those of you that play fantasy, I certainly hope that you didn't have Jalen Warren sitting in your lineup when kickoff occurred at 9:30 this morning.
I also forgot about the Dublin game.
It's
not just you.
Not that it mattered for the Skunk Hunter, because I would have beat his ass in fantasy anyway today. However, the Vikings lose this one 21-24. Carson Wentz, 350 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was also doing very Wentz things, holding onto the ball far too long. Jordan Mason, 57 yards rushing. Justin Jefferson, 10 catches, 126 yards. Jordan Addison, back from his 3-game suspension, 4 catches for 114. Xavier Scott, 6 for 43, and an absolutely beautiful toe-tap touchdown in the back of the end zone. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 200 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, in his first year with the Steelers came from the Eagles last year, had 99 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns stepping in for Jalen Warren to go with 6 catches for 35 yards. Caleb Johnson, who had the kickoffs or free balls? What? Anyone can grab that? I didn't know that. Had 22 yards rushing.
That was still last week.
Oh my God, it was bad. DK Metcalf, 5 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. J.J. Watt, 5 tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack, 1 interceptions. The Steelers overall had 6 sacks. I don't know that the Vikings look a lot better if J.J. McCarthy is a starting quarterback in this game. I know that Carson Wentz, again, holds the ball too long, as he has throughout his career. The Vikings' defense has been very good, but today the run game was something that was taken advantage of on them. Atlanta did the same thing 2 weeks ago. I don't know which Vikings defense is for real. Because last week, they shut down everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't think much of the Steelers' offense coming into this game.
Nope.
Well, but also, Steelers got ahead. And then, once you're able to start controlling that clock into the second half, that made a difference.
Like 14-6 at the half is bad. You bust out another tutty pretty early on the third. Like, oh.
Right. That, Also, the fact that it looked like the Vikings traveled on Spirit Airlines.
It's the only way to go.
While they did have the whole plane to themselves, the picture of these giant gladiators of
And Spirit Airlines,
human beings.
not known for the largest seats.
Now, I don't know that it was actually Spirit Airlines, but they flew, while it was clearly a private rented flight, it wasn't anything special of a plane. It was a regular commercial-ass plane. And you could see a bunch of these players spread out through economy in this. It was like, holy shit, like, you gotta cross the Atlantic in that bullshit?
That's unfortunate.
They need some goddamn leg room. Are you kidding me?
I know
Stop
we've
it.
talked about this every time, but do you guys get upset at international games?
No.
I think it's great.
I think it's awesome.
right.
The fans were having a blast. Once again, Country Roads got played during a game,
Yep.
and everyone
Yep.
was screaming.
They all know the fucking words.
Sweet Caroline was getting. You can hear it all in the background. The
Yeah.
crowd is so loud because there's so much more into singing and doing
Yep.
chants in the soccer
Yep.
games overseas.
Yeah.
It translates really well to just a great group of fans watching
Yep.
the game, even if only like 10% of them are actually active fans for either of the teams.
So the reality is, okay, so we have a game that starts at what, 9 in the
9:30
morning for us, right?
Our
9:30,
time,
okay.
yeah.
Fine.
I got drunk last night and managed to wake up, work out, and still watch the game. And I work nights.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard to wake up,
Well,
set a lineup.
but also,
Is this the Matty Braggs podcast?
No, this is me talking shit on my cousin again.
but but the reality is, when it comes to football, there are 6 or 7 1:00 games, right? You've got 4 4:00 games. These Sundays are the richest day in sports.
Yep.
Right? And you move one of them to 9:30. The reality, like Eastern time, the reality is,
Oh, yeah, if you're Western time,
yeah,
I wouldn't be awake for that.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not waking up at 6:30 to watch Sunday football. Yeah.
a 1:00 game for a West Coast team, like, that's a regular bullshit thing for, like, here we are going 9:30. Doesn't this suck? It's no fucking
It's
different
like
for
they
the West
started
Coast
10
right now.
sometimes on their time.
Here's my only problem. If I'm a season ticket holder and a game gets sent overseas,
And that's a home game.
and
Yeah.
that's a home game, I just lost a game
Yeah.
that I paid
Yep.
for.
Yep, I agree.
I'm sure they make up something on the back end.
But
I
you
don't
get
know
what I'm
why,
saying.
but
Like,
yeah.
if I'm a season ticket
Yep.
holder of the Jags and they play in London every fucking year,
Yep.
like, I just lost a home game.
I will say this, though. Dublin got to see a fantastic football game.
Yeah.
This game was close for the majority of it.
Yep.
There was a lot of very good plays. The DK Metcalf touchdown was like an 80-yard one screaming
Yeah.
down the sideline. It was a
And
really...
to see him doing it again finally.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
And the Vikings offense made some plays. I mean, with Addison and Jefferson and Hawkinson, this is a really good offense. You
Yeah.
got Jordan Mason
Yeah.
running back. When Aaron Jones comes back, this is a complete offense.
Yep.
Unfortunately, their offensive line was not doing a good job today for Wentz. Again, he held the ball too long, but he's been playing in the league long enough.
Yep.
He should know dump it off.
But when you get sacked 6 times, you throw 2 picks. It's really hard to come back from that. you know?
Absolutely. and yet they stayed in it. It was an impressive game, I think, overall. For
I think
the
they won it
Vikings.
for backup quarterback Skylar Thompson, who was mugged in Ireland.
Yes, he was. He
What?
was mugged
Wait, I didn't hear this.
Yeah, he got mugged in Ireland. Yeah, that's all I know. He
was
got mugged in
fine.
Ireland.
He got punched a couple of times, you know.
Hey, listen, quarterbacks are not little people.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like Cam Hayward got mugged, okay? It's not Ironhead's
Yeah,
son
no
getting
shit,
mugged, you know?
yeah.
It's not the 6'5", 300-pounder.
Give me your wallet. You said what, motherfucker? Where's my wallet? You know?
Thank you for not killing me. Okay.
Also, good on you, Ireland,
Yeah.
for mugging an NFL quarterback.
It's just what you want to have
I'm
happen.
sorry, that's actually pretty fucking special.
Yeah. The Chargers traveled to New Jersey to take on the G-Men, who are 0-3, and are now 1-3. The Chargers lose 18-21.
I'm very happy about.
Herbert, 203 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So Marion Hampton had a game.
Yeah.
12 carries, 128 yards, a touchdown, 5 catches, 37 yards. Quentin Johnson continued his excellent third season, 8 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Their defensive player, Tuli Tuapalatu. I'm sorry, I had to practice a little that. 10 tackles, 7 solo, 4 sacks. For the Giants, Jackson Dart, 111 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 54 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 1 smoking hot mom also, by the way. We saw that on the broadcast. Cam Scatterbo, 79 yards rushing to go, 2 catches for 11 yards. Slayton, 3 for 44. Neighbors, 2 for 20 before he injured his knee. They are fearing a torn ACL, which fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Theo Johnson, 3 catches, 17 yards, and a touchdown. Brian Burns, 5 tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack. Dexter Lawrence, I don't even give a shit about how many tackles or anything else he had. He had an interception return for 37 yards that should have been for 40, and he'd have gotten the touchdown. It was so much fun to watch that big fat man run.
Oh, Dexy, you so sexy.
You are a Giants fan?
Yeah, so
I will give you the floor on this.
I mean,
game.
after like the way they played against the Cowboys, which was a really fun game.
Yeah.
Made more fun that we were watching at our local, and there's Cowboys fans there. But it's a fun rivalry. We're having a blast, and the game was fun, and you know, we're hooting. You know, that was great. This week, there's clearly no one there from the Chargers. There's those few Giants fans. Well, a Bills game's also on. Like the energy was a little different. It was nice to see Jackson Dart get his start. He was doing rookie things out there. He got off to a little bit of a roll, and then it was like, okay, now we see what we can do. He's not afraid, though. I'll give him that.
Yep.
He's not playing afraid, which I'm loving. There was a couple times that it's like, you are not Josh Allen. You can't bully your way in. You ain't that big.
It's not college.
It's not college. The guys you're hitting are 25 pounds of muscle heavier. But I liked what I saw out there. I really do wish that we could have sat him for the year, because if he's going to play a little bit fearless, especially with not a lot of time, the offensive line was playing a little bit better, which
Andrew
is great.
Thomas has played very good in his return.
Yeah, I was happy to see the defense really step up against a strong Chargers offense. I mean, their wide receiver room is nice. The fact that Ledidi is non-existent this year doesn't help my case, but it seems like he's, like, from what he did last year till this year, but like both Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen. Yeah, sorry.
But like, you know, if they don't need McConkey to do fucking great.
But there he is
nice
as a third, right? I know it.
They could have used him today.
Oh yeah. But Cam Scatterbo, though, my God, Procter & Gamble needs to give him a sponsorship, because he plays with head and shoulders. No, holy shit, that motherfucker just. I'm blocking? I'm going to throw everything at this piece of shit.
And he did. We watched it a couple times. His pass blocking, I don't know if he got the right guy or not, but he hit the shit out of him. So no coach is going to be angry about it. They'll be like, all right, next time just hit that guy really hard.
Dude,
He's like if the Juggernaut played football.
Yeah.
Cam Scatterbo is going to be the best 3 years.
He is the definition of what my old high school coaches used to say of, even if you don't know what you're going to do, what you're supposed to do, just go fucking hit somebody.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So Devin Singletary as the RB2 right now. That's great, but like we need Tyrone Tracy back, because we could use his finesse balance with Cam Scatterbo. That being said, I'm not like, he stepped up. He's playing great. I don't have high hopes. The schedule for the Giants is fucking miserable. It's a tough schedule. And then no Malik Neighbors, most likely that's going to hurt. So, or was this one win going to be the win we've had for the next 5 weeks until we get lucky? Maybe. No, we have a Saints game
next week.
Is this okay?
Yep.
So
we got a 2-game winning streak
maybe
this
we got
season.
a 2 game. Yeah. So, but all right, great, back to back, and I can.
But then it's Eagles week off at Denver and
I know,
Eagles
and
again. So
the slate going forward is super rough. So, you know what? Like it was a fun game. Jackson Dart looking like he can be a NFL quarterback and playing fearless. I'll give him that.
Yep.
So
Just before Matt continues, like, honest to goodness, right now, what would you say you think the Giants' win-loss record is by the end of
it's
week?
the schedule again. It just fucking kills
at
them.
the end of the season,
Yeah, like just
2-15.
Okay.
I mean, they're gonna like. Although that being said, the way the Saints played today, I don't know. If the Saints can play like that, then who the fuck knows? But it's what they have in front of them sucks. And then especially losing Malik Neighbors, can be real rough. That being said, I was so happy with the defense because the defense is what kept them alive the whole time. And
the pass rush was great. Even if they didn't get there, the pass rush was all over Herbert.
And that's what we said was like, if the Giants can ever get ahead, they can keep it interesting because they can slow down that. Right?
Oh, yeah. Abdul Carter looked good. Kayvon Thibodeau had some nice rushes. Brian Burns had a good game.
Yep, absolutely. So
that's what you want. Those are 3 very high draft picks or 3 very high and 1 very high paid player in Brian Burns.
But, I can't wait to get a number 2 pick offensive lineman next year.
Hopefully better than Evan Neal.
Hopefully. It's not going to be tough.
All right. So the Titans decided to go to Houston and be like, well, everyone else beats up on Houston. They can't. 26-0 Texans. So the former Oilers ran into the new Houston team and got fucking smoked. Cam Ward, 108 yards passing, 1 interception, 22 yards rushing. Tony Pollard, 64 yards rushing. Alec Ayamanor, 2 catches, 44 yards. Calvin Ridley, 2 for 30. Cedric Gray, one of their linebackers, had 17 tackles, 10 solos. So he was at least trying. For the Texans, Stroud, 233 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Rookie running back Woody Marks, 69 yards rushing. Nice. 1 touchdown, 4 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Nick Chubb had 47 yards rushing. Nico Collins, 4 catches for 79 yards. Dalton Schultz, 5 for 30. The rookie Higgins, 1 catch, 24 yards and a touchdown. And Daniil Hunter, defensive end, 4 tackles, 3 solo, 2 sacks. Texans O-line sucks. Didn't really matter today. Their defense absolutely obliterated the Titans. What are y'all's thoughts?
I think that my pickup of Woody Marks of fantasy is gonna haunt me because as good of a game as it was, I'm gonna be like, hey, maybe I elevate him off the bench, and but this was against the Titans, so I got to be careful. But
I would still grab him.
I don't know. I have him.
you already did.
I got him. I got him.
I picked him up in a league also. He was sitting on my bench also.
Yeah.
Get a rushing and a receiving touchdown in one game. But again, against the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, on the receiving side, if he can be a receiving back, this is going to be a great team to play on right now because there's Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins are the targets.
And Stroud's running for his life, and having a running back you can dump the ball off to is a real nice thing for a quarterback. And he is still throwing the ball well. I saw that today.
Do you think he's kind of redeeming himself after this game?
I mean, I don't know if it's redeeming itself. I think we all understand that C.J. Stroud is good.
I think
that their offensive line is straight.
The line
trash.
gave him 0.5 more seconds per snap.
And that's what he
game.
needed. That's what he needed. He is a very good quarterback. They have no one to block.
Right, but he himself said, I have not played the way I should.
Because he's not going to throw his offensive line under the bus no matter how bad they are.
Yep.
You cannot do that.
Yeah, that's good leadership.
Yep.
I mean, or even if it's not even good leadership, that's good PR.
If you just yell at him in the locker room, but you keep
right.
that in the locker room, that's also fucking important.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good PR training. How's that?
Yep.
Right.
I'm not trying to make fun of mental health when I say this, so I'm sorry if it offends anyone, but the Falcons are bipolar. That's what the commies found out today. So a week after losing 30-0 to the Panthers, the Falcons beat the Commanders 34-27. I realized it was Mariota at quarterback.
But still.
I know.
Heisman winner Marcus Mariota.
Who had 156 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chris Rodriguez, 59 yards rushing. Bill Krosky-Merritt, 47 yards rushing. Debo Samuel, 6 catches, 72 yards and a touchdown.
Bill Brasky.
He can hear Braille. Luke McCaffrey, 2 catches, 21 yards and a touchdown. Frankie Louvu, 8 tackles, 5 solo, 1 sack. For the Falcons, Penix had 313 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bijan Robinson, 75 yards rushing, a touchdown, to go with his second 100-yard receiving game of the season. 4 catches for 106 yards. Tyler Algier, 51 yards rushing, a touchdown. Drake London, 8 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Who the fuck are the Falcons? Is this because Penix is kind of in his rookie year here? I mean, I know he got 3 games at the end of last year, but are we just seeing like a growth on his part is the issue?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so that because we felt like the Falcons have it in them to be better from what we saw last year.
Yep.
With Kirk Cousins, and it's like it feels like there's more there. We talked about how they've made all the right moves for what they had, and it really is on Penix to step up. So yes, is Penix playing a rookie season? Yes,
sorta?
Because I mean, like,
sorta? Yeah.
you know, 3 games into the season where he looked fun
against some very bad defenses at the end of last year, but he did look fun. And
yeah,
I thought he showed a lot of he played bad last week. He got benched in the second half because of how bad it was. He came back this week and played a really solid game.
Yeah.
And it helps to have 126 yards rushing from your 2 stud running backs.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But he still threw for 313.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, listen, when you have a running back core like that, when you've got some receivers that are worth watching, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of on him at this point, but
like when you have like Bijan Robinson who can rush for 75 yards and catch for 100 yards, and you're a mobile quarterback, maybe don't run all the time when you have that dump off option.
Just I agree 100%. You have one of the most electric running backs in the game. Give him the ball.
Yep.
Just dump the ball off to him.
Yep.
Let him do something.
And it's nice to have Darnell Mooney if you need someone to catch a ball once in a while, you know?
I also think part of this is an issue that the Commanders are going to have moving forward, in the fact that, as we've talked about, their defense has a lot of guys that have had very good careers.
But
they are very old.
Because they have had careers already.
Yes. And so I think that as the season goes on, you're going to see that defense have a few more holes in it.
Yeah.
As it goes.
And Mariota is not Jaden Daniels.
No, and they still put up 27 points.
Yep.
So this is they lost. They lost, but I still think that once you get Jaden Daniels back, things will be a lot different. I think.
I mean, yeah, it will be. Yeah.
I mean, it has to get a lot better from today, though.
Yes. I'll agree with that. Terry McLaurin being out didn't help anything.
Absolutely. I mean...
And that was a quad injury, so we'll see how long he's out for, because you never know.
Yeah.
The Saints traveled to Buffalo, and they lost, as they should, but not by as much as I thought they would. The Bills won this one 31-19, but it was closer than that score suggests.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler, 126 yards passing and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 70 yards rushing to go with 4 catches for 2 yards, which is just kind of impressive in the fact that the Bills really bottled up one of the best receiving backs in the game.
Yeah.
Kendry Miller, 65 yards rushing for a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, 4 for 47. Juwan Johnson, 3 for 28. Chris Olave, 3 catches, 20 yards and a touchdown. For the Bills, I mean, it's going to sound pretty ho-hum overall, but Josh Allen, 209 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and an interception to go with 45 yards rushing, a touchdown. James Cook, 117 yards and a touchdown. This was his 8th straight game with a rushing touchdown, which is a Bills record. Khalil Shakir, 5 for 69 and a touchdown. Keon Coleman, 3 for 45. Dalton Kincaid, 1 for 28 and a touchdown. The Bills did not need to do a whole lot in this.
Well, you say that, but if you were watching that game,
it was a close game.
The Saints bobbled an opportunity to take the lead.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Like and then the Bills just came back from the half, like forgetting how to fucking play football.
Yeah, yes. And then after that, after the Saints bobbled the chance to take the lead, then the Bills are like, "Oh, we need to stretch our legs, right? Like, come on, it sucks when it genuinely feels like they didn't take a team seriously.
Teddy
you know
Packers.
What I mean? Because, like, you should be preparing week after week, right? That being said, when a team like the Saints sucks so bad, how do you really watch tape? So, like,
like, what are you gonna watch?
What are you gonna watch?
What happened? He fell down and got
That's
burned.
a good point, actually.
Right? So when the Saints are clicking on all cylinders, and the Bills are like, this wasn't like holy shit, like,
We've never seen this before.
and Kellen Moore is supposed to be a good offensive coordinator.
He is.
And head coach. If all of a sudden he's like, holy shit, like it's all working today because they're playing at their absolute peak, and then the Bills are like, what the fuck? We didn't plan for this because they've been trash. I mean, like, this is me saying the best I can about the Saints, but that's what I saw today. So yeah,
You are a Bills fan, so we'll give you the floor, Scott Gunter.
I think the Bills could beat the Ravens, which they did, and I think they could lose to the Abilene Cougars. Like it just I know it's still kind of early, but yes, it's distressing.
They're undefeated, man.
But you saw flashes of that today. You're
Yeah.
like all of a sudden they just turned to fucking garbage. You know?
Yeah. So like I'm not over here thinking they're not going to make the playoffs, but I'm just like we got to iron some things out.
The reality was
That's an okay thing to have a problem like that at this early
Yeah,
season.
week 4. Have those problems week
Bills-
4.
Bills
Yeah.
defense-
So I can't sit here and say like, oh no, we're undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, but also just like we have after week 1 kind of looked like we could lose to anybody at time. You know what I mean?
Bills'
So,
defense was odd today. Like they're supposed to be way better than this. You don't let the Saints score that. It was, and even when you look stat wise, it's not like there was like a couple players lighting it up. It was just consistent play across the board for the Saints.
Yep.
Just move the ball up the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
They
Still,
could
though.
legit start out 7-0 though. They
And
got
so I-
Falcons or Patriots, Falcons, Panthers up next.
And I'll let Matt get moving.
And then the
And I
Chiefs.
just like the Ravens win was very big, but that came down to because we had the ball last, and then like other games. You know what I mean? Like, so if it's a
They did
shootout,
score 14 unanswered points to win that game. Like,
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
just kind of like...
I know, but we also got a 40 burger put on them.
Yeah.
So it's not
But then they
fair.
got their shit together.
Yep.
like most often than not. If you score 40, you're probably going to win
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why it was so weird last year when the Bengals had like 5 losses when they scored 34
Jesus,
points. It's
no.
like, wow, your defense is trash, homie. All right, the Eagles went to Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay gave them everything they could fucking handle. 31-25, Eagles win. I will say this before I get into the stats. It started off, Bucks get the ball, go to punt it, punt's blocked, return for a touchdown. Eagles get the ball, get a touchdown after that. It's 14-0, so the Bucks are fighting back all fucking game. In this game, Jalen Hurts, only 130 yards passing, but he had 2 touchdowns to go with 62 yards rushing. Saquon Barkley, 43 yards rushing and a touchdown to go with 4 catches for 31. Dallas Goedert, 4 catches, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devonta Smith, 2 for 29. A.J. Brown, 2 for 7. Zach Bond had 8 tackles, 5 solo, and 1 sack. For the Bucks, Mayfield, 289 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, interception. There was a question of whether he'd even play in this game because of an injured tricep. Bucky Irving had 63 yards rushing and was another 100-yard receiving back today with 5 for 102 and a touchdown. Emeka Egbuka has had a brilliant start to his rookie year. 4 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. And Rashad White had 4 catches for 29 yards. The Bucks just ran out of clock, man. And when we were watching this game, they were driving, they were trying, but they couldn't make enough happen at the end.
I mean, that Bucky Irvin run near the end of the game for like 65 yards. Run, sorry. It was a short pass that he then ran for 65 yards, but still. Was receiving yards.
Yep. Well, I mean, getting a touchdown instead of that field goal would have changed everything.
Yeah.
So, great stop on the Eagles.
Yeah. Saquon Barkley, getting some criticism for not even... I don't think he's hit 100 yards yet this season.
No. They also haven't needed him to.
No, right. Well, and it makes me wonder, did every one of these teams spend the offseason saying, all right, when we play Philadelphia, here's how to scheme against Barkley? And Philadelphia says, okay.
Like, that's what everyone's going to do.
Great.
So, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Scheme against him all you want.
I mean, they scored 31 points today.
Exactly.
And they had 130 yards passing.
Exactly.
And only 88 on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you score 30? Well, I mean,
Defense and special teams.
Yeah.
And that's what they do well. And
Yeah.
they can do that. And their offensive coach is probably like, yeah, as I get this offense going, because he's a new coordinator, because the old one's in New Orleans now.
I mean, like you were saying, like the way the game started, it was like the Bucs started out with a 14-point deficit before kickoff, basically.
Yeah. And they still they punched their way
Yeah.
back into that game. It was impressive.
Do you guys think they could go 3 in a row? Not just appearances in the Super Bowl. Not obviously winning it.
Could, yeah. I don't see why.
Yeah,
why they
they're.
couldn't,
I feel like their team is good enough to make that run. I mean,
They also have enough young players on rookie contracts.
yeah.
Okay.
The Browns, coming off that big win against the Packers, went to Detroit and came back down to being from Cleveland. Joe Flacco, 184 yards passing, 2 interceptions. Quinshon Judkins continuing the nice start to his career. 82 yards rushing and a touchdown to go with 4 catches for 33. Isaiah Bond, 3 catches for 58. Jerry Jeudy, 3 catches for 48 yards. And Harold Fannin Jr., who I still say should have won the Mackey Award for best tight end in the NCAA last year, had 2 catches for 24 yards. Jared Goff, 168 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jameer Gibbs, 91 yards rushing, a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 for 70 and 2 touchdowns. James Williams, 2 for 40. Laporta, 3 for 39. And linebacker Jack Campbell, 11 tackles, 7 of them solo. The Lions seem to have shaken off what occurred against the Packers.
Yeah. More than that, I'm still really wondering, because we were watching the game with the sound off at the bar, and at one point we looked over, and it was like the second time in a row that we saw Hutchinson on the ground. And that time it looked like he was writhing around. I'm like, oh no, like, come on, like, what is this? And I was like, he's rolling around like he got punched in the nuts. And then he was back on the field, like, after one play off. I'm really curious. Did he take a full-on nut shot? Because you don't... As tough as this game is, like, you don't see a ton of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But
like,
it happens.
But, man, the way he was, like, curled up, like, oh, he's injured. Oh, he's fetal position, like, like my balls hurt. And I'm really, like, I don't know why I wanted to see that so badly. But I kept looking for the replay, and I couldn't find it, so I gotta look a little bit later, even like, how do, like, because if you didn't get hit in the nuts, they're not gonna show it. It'll just be like, whatever, you know, you're not gonna show an injury that didn't happen. But man, I gotta dig into that later on, because I love a good nut shot. Video, not personally.
Not personally.
You know.
We're not gonna kick shame.
Yeah. Ooh.
The Lions seem to have gotten their shit together, though. Since that loss to the Packers, they have been on a run. They beat the Ravens up last Monday. They beat the shit out of the Bears the week before that. This game, they handled their business.
Yeah.
Are the Ravens in trouble?
We'll get to that. But overall, to me, this is just the Lions getting back to where they should be. While Dan Campbell may not be the one that called the offensive play calls, and that they have a new offensive coordinator, it feels like they're kind of just, let's stick with what works for us. Let's run the ball real effectively. They have a great offensive line. Jared Goff throwing off play action. Amon-Ra St. Brown can't be covered, apparently.
Yep. Yeah, they're, you know, when we talk about how you can see culture change over time, like I mentioned that with Cardinals, right? Like, are we seeing that culture that was built slowly shifting away?
Is the Kingsbury culture fading?
Right, like that fight and that scrap they had for a while. Dan Campbell's still the culture there. So even if they don't have that offensive and defensive leadership that was making them elite, the fight hasn't changed with them. The skills are there, the fight is there, and I think that's worth respecting. So, like, this is the time to figure the shit out, because it's gonna be both grit and talent that gets you deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Finding that will to win early on is going to be really important. And if every single week they're saying, this was our key to success today, this is our key to success today, and it's because all of you tried so fucking hard and never believed in quitting. Good.
It's not the same key from game to game.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing about that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yep.
I mean, I'll be just like, okay, Maddie, you just keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep working and improve our ends, you know?
Yep, absolutely. The Panthers traveled to New England this week. They are coming off a victory against the Falcons. Shut them out 30-0 last week. So what better way to follow that up than to lose 42-13? Bryce Young, 150 yards passing and a touchdown. Got pulled in the fourth quarter for Andy Dalton, who had 58 yards passing and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 49 yards rushing. Ted McMillan, 4 catches for 62. And Tommy Tremble, 5 catches, 42 yards and a touchdown. For the Patriots, Drake May, 203 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson, 38 yards rushing. Antonio Gibson, 27 yards rushing and a touchdown. Travion Henderson, 32 yards rushing and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 6 for 101. And Hunter Henry, 2 catches with 39 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Jones had a punt return touchdown in this game as well. I don't think the Patriots have a whole lot of offensive weapons, but they certainly have more than the Panthers do.
Well, okay, but when you only have 300 yards in total offense against the Panthers, I get that it was 42-13, but you only had 300 yards, right? You had 3 other touchdowns, 1 being special teams and 2 being defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great thing, but you're getting all those other 3 touchdowns are because you played a team like the Panthers.
Yes.
Okay? Don't get me wrong. You went out there and you did it. That is good for you, but you can't bank on those things.
Yeah, it's really like a 20-13 game.
This should have been 60. Like, the fact that you only had 300 yards, I like that bums me out. You know what I mean? So they should have done a little bit more. Don't get me wrong. They had 5 offensive touchdowns, but they should have had more. That's not enough against the Panthers.
This is kind of a loaded question. Do you guys think Stephon Diggs misses being on the Bills?
Well, he didn't like being there in the first place.
Yeah, but then
he
went to the Texans.
Do you think after go to the Texans and then over to the Patriots that he's bumming about it?
When he was on the Bills, at least he was making the playoffs.
Well, there's that old saying, if you run into one asshole in the morning and that's the only asshole you see all day, the guy was an asshole.
Yeah.
If you run into assholes all day long, you should take a look at yourself, Right. And maybe he's learning that lesson.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, I doubt it too. Yeah.
He's a little too old for that at this point.
The undefeated Colts went to L.A. and lost 27-20. Rams beat them. Daniel Jones, 262 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards rushing to go with 5 catches for 20 yards. Adonai Mitchell, 3 catches for 96 yards and should have been a touchdown. We'll discuss that when we get to just the worst. Tyler Warren, 5 catches for 70 yards. Pittman, 5 for 41 and a touchdown. And Laiatu Latu, 4 tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack for the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 375 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. Kyron Williams, 77 yards rushing. Puka Nacua, 13 catches, 170 yards and a touchdown. Tutu Atwell, 1 catch, 88 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 4 for 56 and a touchdown. And Jared Verse had 6 tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack. This game definitely had the Rams showing a lot of heart and toughness. The just the worst we'll get to definitely cost the Colts, and probably I'll just go ahead and say it because otherwise we can't discuss the game. Adonai Mitchell caught a very long pass, avoided 2 defenders, and was running right into the end zone, and he held the ball out to celebrate, but when he did this, the ball slipped from his hand, and he lost control, went out the back of the end zone, touchback, not a touchdown. Celebrating before you score the touchdown annoys the shit out of me every time, especially because so many of these end up as fumbles through the end zone, and the other team gets the ball. And in this case, you lost by 7, and look at that. A touchdown would have made a huge difference. Also, if you get that touchdown, who knows how the rest of the game actually plays out from there. It sucks for that to happen to a young player, but come on, man. How many guys have we watched do this?
Good for the Colts for losing this way. Because if they actually have it in them to be a good team, this is the loss they need. Right?
As long as they realize, I'm never going to say, one play made a team lose. Granted, that was a 7-point play, but, no, that one play didn't make you lose the game. Yeah. And as long as they can get together and be yes, that would have been fucking great to score a touchdown on that fucking possession. Yeah. But if they don't just finger point and say, we could have done better to win, then 100%,
But the Colts are playing ball in a way that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
The Rams are a good football team.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a bad loss. It was a bad moment on the Colts for sure. Not a bad loss overall, though. Like, they're way better than I expected. And it really this feels like the right coach taking some players and saying, here's how we make this work. Fucking Shane Steichen, I think he's getting the credit for this. Yes, this was a loss to a good Rams team.
Yep.
Right? If the Rams weren't as much of an offensive threat,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
If you're just some guy living in the Indianapolis area after the last few seasons, you're going,
This
is dope. Like,
right. Hey, if you could objectively pull your... Tomorrow morning, you wake up and go, wait a minute. Okay, yes. All right. We're still a good team, and it looks like we're a good team.
But, like, compared to the last few seasons, you just...
Yep.
Guy in Indy, you're just like, you know what? This is just fine for right now.
There is also something very apropos about someone who is named after God just making and committing an awful error. Adonai is an acceptable or the preferred name, so you don't use the name Yahweh.
Really?
Yeah. That's Adonai means something like Lord of Lords or something along. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So it's a religious name for God. So yeah.
Are you saying that God is fallible?
If you're in Indianapolis, yes.
No, it's not a conversation for our podcast. The Jags traveled to San Francisco and pulled out the win, 26-21. AFC South really coming through today, other than the Titans. Trevor Lawrence, 174 yards passing and a touchdown. Travis Etienne, not his brother Trevor, had 124 yards rushing and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., 5 for 49. Brenton Strange, 6 for 45. Travis Hunter, 3 for 42. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy, 309, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 49 yards rushing, and just shy of being the third running back with 100 receiving yards. He had 6 for 92 and a touchdown. Jake Tongas, backup tight end to George Kittle, had 358 and a touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 4 for 46 before he got hurt. Fred Warner, 8 tackles, 6 solo, 1 forced fumble. It was his 17th forced fumble of his career, which put him as the leader for the 49ers all time, passing Patrick Willis.
Oh, okay.
Which is a name of a very good linebacker that played for the 49ers. This is a very impressive win for the Jags. Yeah. Obviously not having Bosa really hurt the 49ers. Purdy coming back from a couple weeks off for injury with the 2 interceptions. Is this more about what the Jags did, or maybe the 49ers' injuries really finally starting to catch up?
A little of both.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I can't pin this one way or the other, to be honest. I didn't watch enough of the game to get a real feel for it, but Jaguars 3-1.
Feeling like a playoff team.
Well, the Niners
with
are
a record anyway.
Feeling like they can make the playoffs,
this is the Niners' first loss, also.
But also Seahawks, Saints, and Cards. All of them were close. Yep.
Also, the Niners get hurt more than any other
team.
team.
Oh my God, I know it.
Like for the last 4 years, like they just get devastated by injuries.
It's Christian McCaffrey feeding off the injuries of the other players to stay healthy. Yeah.
Energy vampire.
Yeah.
All right. The Bears traveled to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders, and they won 25-24. Caleb Williams, not the best game, but 212 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. DeAndre Swift was bottled up for most of this game, had 14 carries for 38 yards, but he did get a touchdown at the end to take the lead. Roma Dunze, 4 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Cole Kmet, 3 for 46. Tyreek Stevenson, cornerback, who last year did a lot of stupid shit, most importantly, not really playing on the Hail Mary against the Commies, had 6 tackles, 4 solo, 2 passes defense, an interception, and blocked the field goal at the end, to go along with Kevin Byard, a safety, who had 7 tackles, 5 solo, 2 passes defense, and 2 interceptions. Thank God Geno Smith threw interceptions. Geno Smith did have 117 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, so that went to Ashton Jenney with 3 interceptions. Jenney had 138 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 2 catches, 17 to go with those 2 touchdowns. Brock Bowers, still not quite right after that knee injury, 5 for 46. Jacoby Myers, 4 for 30. Max Crosby had a great game, 5 tackles, 3 solo, a batted ball that he tipped and then intercepted himself. Ashton Jenney, I just heard this right before the kickoff of this game. First rookie running back for the Raiders to have a touchdown rushing and receiving since Bo Jackson in 1987.
Wow.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a hell of a stat.
When you guys were 45.
I'm just going to say this real fast, then I'll let you guys get into it. To me, this felt like we've been talking about culture a lot this season. Ben Johnson trying to build a culture in Chicago like he came from in Detroit. Part of that, excuse me, is when you are down in a game on the road, do you have it in you to fight and fight a way to win? They did that today.
Yeah,
I thought it was a great showing on their part to stay in the game, not to get penalties and bad plays become a snowball effect that take them out of it. I love that. For the Raiders, this sucks. A blocked field goal is a terrible way to lose a game. I know this from experience.
I mean, like, the fact that the Raiders are losing in such a Bears fashion against the Bears.
Yes.
Yeah. You know?
We Bears them.
Yeah.
Bears them.
Yeah.
I know I say this every time. I just wish Max Crosby could be on a good team.
I do too. He's a hell of a player.
I bet he does too.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Overall, though, Bears, they're one of the unfortunate teams that have the very early bye next week. But they now are going into bye 2-2.
Yeah.
They had one game that got away from them they should have won. Another game that they had no chance in. And then the last two, they found ways to win. So, good start for Ben Johnson, I guess.
When it comes to the Raiders, I'm really hoping that Ashton Janney has found his mojo. Like, we've been waiting for this. Like, this is our expectations was exactly this, you know? That being said, it's going to require both Bowers and Jacoby Myers to be downfield targets to let this really happen for Ashton Janney. That being said, 4 games into your pro career, go be that running back we want you to be.
Yep.
If he can start finding his stride, finding his mojo. I just want it. Like, I want him to be the guy that he was hyped up to be. Not hyped up to be. That's not fair. Hold
the
on.
guy that he was.
I was gonna say exactly. Yeah. Sorry. I want to backtrack on that. The way that he played football at such a high level in college, I want to see that because that's just fucking fun. So
it is.
Hopefully we continue seeing this from him. I'm sure he'll have a lot more quiet games, and we'll see some other giant games from him. But yeah,
it was nice to see him finally have a good game.
They just they're missing so many complete things on their offense. While they have some good weapons out there, it's not enough.
Nope.
Not enough time.
It's still the fucking Raiders.
And Geno Smith, as accurate as he can be, to get picked 3 times, that's tough.
And I think he's a good QB for J&T. He's great. He's
and
He's
Bowers.
played in multiple systems.
And Bowers and Myers. Like that trio,
yeah.
Myers seems like the weak point in that trio, but to be honest, that's all you just need to be a decent target and then to have 3 levels to play against. That's going to help them, but I want to see them be better than 1-3. I'd like to see them be a fun, disruptive team and not just an overlook, which I'm probably going to overlook them in this coming week.
Well, I mean, the AFC West, they could still be disruptive. Not going into the playoffs, but they could fuck some shit up,
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a tight race, apparently, through the end of the season.
Well, they've proven they can beat the Chiefs, so...
Speaking of the Chiefs, the Ravens tried to go to Kansas City to get a win since both the Chiefs and the Ravens are 1-2. Going into the game, the Chiefs are now 2-2, winning 37-20. Lamar Jackson, 147 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception before leaving with a hamstring injury. Cooper Rush stepped in and had 52 yards passing. Justice Hill, 3 carries for 76 yards and a touchdown. A 71-yard run involved in that. To go with 5 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. If you started him in fantasy, number 1, wow, your running back depth sucks. Number 2, that's amazing. Zay Flowers had 7 catches for 74 yards. Derrick Henry had 42 yards rushing. Mark Andrews, 7 catches for 30 yards. For the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 270 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. Very Mahomes game. Xavier Worthy was the leading rusher for the Chiefs. He had 2 carries for 38 yards to go with 5 catches for 83. Isaiah Pacheco, 35 yards rushing. Kareem Hunt, 34 yards rushing. Travis Kelce, 5 for 48. Hollywood Brown, 3 for 38 and a touchdown. And Juju Smith-Schuster, the oldest 25-year-old I have ever seen play football, 4 catches, 36 yards and a touchdown. let's just start with how bad the Ravens' defense has been so far this year. I mean, they gave up 41 in the first week. They gave up 37 last week. They gave up over 30 to the Lions the week before. Like, what the fuck, man?
So, last week, I think I said, even with their losses, it felt like they're still a juggernaut. I think they have it in them to win the next 8 games in a row. But their defense has got to figure some shit out. Their offense is really good. Not today.
Nope.
Yep.
Not today.
Well, like, they were matching up against, which sounds shitty, but, like, statistically, one of the worst offenses in the NFL this season. Which
Also,
sounds weird to say the Chiefs' offense is fucking bottom 3
Yeah.
in every fucking category.
Chiefs needed a win.
Or that the
Badly.
Ravens' defense
They
is
both
bottom
needed to
3 in every fucking category.
yeah.
But holy shit, yeah.
When Xavier Worthy comes back, shoulder wrapped to the nines, and still getting good looks, targets, and yards. Come on,
Yep.
come on, Ravens.
Yep.
And they will get Rashee Rice back in 2 more weeks, or after 2 more weeks.
Once he gets out of jail.
Oh my god. Just the worst thing they could have done. Unreal. Listen, for the Chiefs moving forward, they absolutely needed this game. For the Ravens, thank God you have the Browns, then the Bengals in your division, and the Steelers. Like, you're right there, but you better start figuring some stuff out on defense because the Steelers are apparently capable of scoring on good defenses, as they showed today. And you never know with the Bengals and Browning and Jamar Chase. As far as the Browns go, you better figure out a lot of shit on offense before you go play them. Their defense is outstanding.
Yeah.
So, I think great for the Chiefs, but I am concerned if I'm a Ravens fan.
Yep.
And this is the team I picked to be in the Super Bowl, so
Yeah,
I'm a bit
right.
concerned also.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like, they had that fucking, you loved it, but that awful Game 1 loss against the Bills. It's a great fucking game, but like,
Absolutely.
And then you beat the shit out of the Browns, and then you just choke on dick the rest of the next couple of weeks. You know,
Right.
like
Yes,
what the
yes.
fuck's going on, you guys?
Yeah.
And it is weird because Harbaugh's been a coach for so long. It's weird that his team would show up looking almost unprepared.
yeah.
Like, that's a
You know
scary
what?
thought.
You know what? I didn't even think about the coaching aspect of that one. Like, yeah, he's way better than that.
Yes.
He just got out-coached.
And it's nothing against against him. Like, the coaches he played against the last 2 weeks, Dan Campbell, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
he's going against 2 of the best coaches, and Andy Reid, that's 2 of the best coaches in the league. Like,
Yeah.
but still, like, your team just looked utterly unprepared to play defense.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Dan Campbell's the best coach or one of the best coaches. I think that's. I'm not ready to make that commitment. How he coaches his team is incredible, right? But when you're talking like I would put Jim Harbaugh in another tier above Dan Campbell when
John
it comes
Harbaugh.
to
John Harbaugh.
Sorry, John Harbaugh. Either Harbaugh.
Well, Jim Harbaugh's a great
Either-
coach.
Either Harbaugh.
Yeah, you're right. Jim Harbaugh is an excellent NFL coach.
Either Harbaugh in another tier above Dan
Like in
Campbell.
terms of the brain for football.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Andy Reid
And
is in that
yeah.
same tier. So
Yeah, I would say Campbell, he doesn't have the brain for football,
Right.
but how much does motivating your players...
yes.
Dan
Factor
Campbell was
is-
an offensive coordinator as well.
No, but like that,
Yeah.
like, those top tier coaches, like Andy Reid's sitting there going, he's playing fucking chess. He's thinking about 3 possessions down the line and how they're scheming now and how that's going to be changed based on this one play,
Yeah.
all fucking in his head,
Yeah.
Whereas Dan Campbell's still like, fuck with my flip chart,
I know we've kind of talked about Tomlin with this, but John Harbaugh on the Ravens, like, he brought them a ring. He makes the playoffs more often than not. Like, you can't really complain.
Yeah, you don't get rid of that.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying
Okay.
they need to sit down with their defensive coordinator and their players and be like,
Yes.
we need
Yeah,
to
but
figure some shit out, boys.
Yeah.
But
Now-
I don't disagree with you. I just said, like, John Harbaugh, like, it just...
They did lose this.
You got a ring. We make the playoffs.
Oh, sure.
Usually,
They lost a
you know.
stud defensive lineman this week, Matabuke, who was unable to play, so we'll see how that goes moving forward. I mean, they still have Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton and all kinds of other guys that are
But
absolutely
I mean,
fantastic.
for a team that fucking, won their first Super Bowl and then since their existence has been known for this amazing fucking defense.
Yep.
to be that's the part of your game that's horribly lacking. Where the fuck did this come
Very
from?
weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird. You
But
know?
it's actually in
Who
the
are they
past couple
playing
years,
next?
it hasn't been the same.
not the same level.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Who are the Ravens playing next?
Texans.
That's
Feel bad
that's
for
a
CJ
win.
Stroud. Oh my god.
Not if their defense can't fucking step up.
This
you
is
know,
a very good point. If they can't get a pass rush on Stroud,
they could lose 41-40 again. You know.
wow, that'll be a fun game to watch next week. Is that an early game or?
Yep.
It's a 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
I will be asleep probably when that's getting played. Okay, well that is all of the games for this week, which brings us into our first little side part, and that is Scotty Stats on NFL.
The NFL, where things happen outside of professional football, and I'm here to talk about what tickles my fancy.
Is that what you call your balls?
Yeah, well,
You're fancy.
you can see both my hands right now. So,
He has a third arm. Don't have
one of those. I can't start a segment without topping off.
Wait,
my
where's
whiskey.
Greg?
As I top off on my whiskey, always got to talk about it. This is Wheel Horse, and they actually source their whiskey out of Green River, which makes great whiskey. This is actually a 101 proof toasted barrel. Super easy to drink. By the way, this is in like the $30 range, which is
nice.
incredible. So,
Would you like to pour me a little sample there?
oh, I'd love to pour you a little sample here. Absolutely. So,
You can use that Bears shot glass there because it
okay.
is celebration
do
time.
that. Yeah.
Scott, could I get a smaller sample than Matt,
You
please?
can get a smaller sample, and
In your wine glass.
Do you want your Bills glass?
Hold on, let me give you a little beer.
There you go, there you go.
That had beer in it. Let's.
I mean, since you're pouring whiskey, Scott, I'll take one as well.
I mean, if I'm pouring, it's almost.
This is barroom commentary for those of you who didn't hear that at the beginning.
It's almost like I
When
got
we
like
say
stuff
that,
set up over
You
here.
know, I
Weird,
almost
you know?
never describe what barroom commentary means for us.
Yeah.
We are the fat assholes at the end of the bar that are talking football with you while it occurs.
Yeah, of course, right. So actually, Matt, if you wouldn't mind moving that one beer glass and that one right there too.
Do you have a visual presentation this evening?
We are PowerPointing and a quiz. I would like you to keep track.
Uh-oh.
Because it is officially time for us to walk through college football names, player names.
Yes.
And I will be
Hey, guys.
accepting.
Dallas Cowboys got an interception. You know how they got it? 12 men on the field.
Oh, nice. I will be accepting guesses because not only are we going to go through the different names of the players, but you guys have to guess which is correct. So I have 4 names for each player. And and a picture because I would like you to.
You legit made a fucking PowerPoint.
I would like you to see all of who we are guessing towards. Okay, so we are starting off with Eric. Are you paying attention?
Yes.
You know we're actually in the middle of something here. You want to
Yep,
put your phone down?
I'm all ears.
All right. So right now we're starting off with SMU. We got an offensive lineman. Is his name Royal Biggins, King Large, Duke Massive, or Titan McGirth?
I'm going to go with King Lard.
King Large.
I really wanted to be Tight McGirth, but I think it's King Large.
King Large.
This reminds me of a Key and Peele skit, but
That's
I'd
the
like
whole
to,
fucking point. Where
Yeah.
were you last 2 years?
I'd like to go Duke Massive.
And a Duke Massive. Well, it turns out King Large. That's points for
Yay.
Matt and Brian.
Oh, I really wanted Titan McGirth, though.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the University of Central Arkansas. We have a defensive back.
Bro, somebody.
Is his name Bro Somebody? Is his name Guy Human? Is his name Dude Person? Or is his name Pal People?
Pal people.
I gotta go Guy Human.
Guy Human?
It's so dumb, but I feel like someone named him.
I being a Big Lebowski fan, I'm going with Dude Person.
Ooh, you know what?
Ooh,
I forgot
yeah, the Big
you're a
Lebowski
Lebowski
angle.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, put me down for Pal people.
And Pal People. Okay, it turns out it is a dude person. And I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't look like a dude. But also, he's
But
not
he
a
look-
bro
but he
or
does
a
look
guy
like a
or a
pal.
pal. So
I mean, he looks like a Cam.
yeah, absolutely. All right, let's jump to Eastern Michigan, and we got a linebacker. Is he Noah Kaniga, Jonah Smack, Micah Crushman, or Levi Nachman?
Oh, this
It's
guy's
a-
a Mormon.
I think it's Kaniga. It's gotta be Noah Kaniga.
This is actually cheating. I do know that.
Oh,
happens to be the
okay.
answer.
So, Eric, do you have a guess? Do you believe Matt?
Put me down for Micah.
Micah Crushman is what he picked.
Micah Crushman. It is Noah Kaniga. And you better practice that name if you're an announcer.
Well, I know a Kaniga, and
Yeah. All right.
oh, man.
I didn't want to say the word.
He's so fucking white trash looking.
By the way, he's a linebacker.
Right? He didn't look like a linebacker.
He's
Yeah.
in Eastern Michigan now.
He's also a 200-pound linebacker. That is small. He's like 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds.
He looks like he's spreading the Book of
I
Mormon.
believe, if I remember correctly,
yeah.
though, his high school years, he was unstoppable.
Yeah,
But hey-
because he played in Utah.
And he's playing in Eastern Michigan.
Because
So
when that's your last name, you gotta
You
fucking
better.
learn how to fight.
All right. We're gonna jump to Kent State. We got a wide receiver. Is
Oh,
he
God.
Legitimus Brown? Is he truly honest? Is he for real Johnson? Or is he DeRealist Clark?
I feel like it's DeRealist Clark, and you made up For Real Johnson based on his real name.
I like for real.
I'm
Put
going
me down for
DeRealist
that.
Clark.
Put me down for real.
And for real, DeRealist and for real.
Oh, I want it to be
no.
DeRealist.
I'm going legitimate Brown.
And Legitimus Brown. Oh my goodness. All right. Brian is correct.
Yay!
DeRealist Clark. Oh, hell yeah. All right, you guys ready to jump to...
No,
San
I'm not
Jose-
ready to jump wherever
So,
you're
I
going.
do have to say, you've done this for 2 years. This is the third year. With the pictures and the options, this is fucking fantastic, man.
All right, we're going to jump to San Jose State. Another linebacker.
Oh, God.
Is this
No.
Lord Scripture,
Oh, shit.
Sir Bible, Major Gospel, or Reverend Psalms?
I feel like all of these could be real.
I'm going to say Reverend Psalms.
Reverend Psalms with Matt.
I'm going Lord Scripture.
Lord Scripture for Brian.
Put me down for Sir Bible.
Eric gets a point. That is
Hey!
Sir Bible. Sir Bible. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 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 I know. This one, I feel like more of you will know him. Even though...
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Did you just wake up and, Google weird racist football player
No,
names?
every year there's
Every
lists
other-
of people.
yeah.
Kool-Aid McKinstry was on this list a couple years ago.
So I did pull up the fun college football names, but then it was also how do I come up with some fantastic other options that all sound somewhat similar. So, all right, we're gonna jump into where are we? South Carolina, another linebacker.
Oh,
Is
buddy.
this gentleman Demon Clowney, Monster Joker, Beast Trickett, or Phantom Goofy?
What the fuck?
I'm going to go with Clowney.
He looks like he's 45.
He might be a fifth-year senior, to be honest.
I'm going to say his name was supposed to be Damon Clowney, and they misspelled it on the birth certificate. So I
Okay.
agree with Matt. Demon Clowney.
Demon Clowney. Two Demon Clowneys.
I like Phantom Goofy
I
just
do
because
too.
it makes me laugh.
Gosh.
All right, Matt and Brian get the point with Demon Clowney.
Is that his brother? Damon's?
You know what? I literally wanted to look up no other details on these guys.
All right.
So maybe. All right, this next one might be one of my favorites on the list. We're going to go to Colorado State for a tight end.
Oh, boy.
The best part about this guy is he looks like he fits the name for all four of these. Is he? Keep in mind, Colorado State, this is the best part of it.
Rocky
Is he Boulder
Oh,
Stout?
no.
Is he Brick Lager? Is he Stone Ailman or Rocky Beers?
Stone Ailman.
Stone Ailman with Matt. Brian is looking up Demon Clowney, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I mean, to be in Colorado and to have a beer name is fantastic.
In Colorado, I'm going Boulder Stout.
Boulder
I
Stouts?
want it to be Brick Lager.
I want it to be Boulder Stout.
Oh, hold on. We have a Boulder Stout, we have a Brick Lager, and a
Stone Ailman.
Stone Ailman. 0 points. Rocky Beers.
No! Oh my god.
Every one of them are fantastic. I'm sorry, I love this one. That was such a good one. Such a good
Was
one.
his entire high school and college career sponsored by Coors Light?
And like
Should be now.
Jesus.
handlebar
Rocky Beers?
mustache. Oh, yeah, soon to be drafted to the Broncos, let's be honest. So, if you don't, what are you doing? I mean,
And the amount of commercials he will
Yep.
do for Coors once
All
he
right.
does.
Yep.
All right, Rice University
boy.
with the defensive back.
Oh, God.
By the way,
Oh, no.
that is grill and full chain on his official
Mo.
ESPN picture.
Zoom Thomas.
We have Dash Quickman, Speedy Goins, Mobility, and Zoom Thomas.
Zoom Thomas.
Speedy
Zoom
Goins.
Thomas,
Mobility.
Mobility,
Goins.
Speedy Goins. All right. Brian gets a point with Mobility.
I wanted it to be Dash Quickman, though.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Purdue with a wide receiver.
Really quick, why does he look exactly like he could be Manute Bol's son?
Are you telling me that guy can't zoom?
Yeah. Purdue's got a wide receiver. That might be my second favorite grouping of the docket here.
Oh.
Turbo Jukes, Nitro Tuggle, Jet Wiggles, and Rocky Shimmy.
Nitro Tuggle.
Nitro Tuggle.
Oh my, that is Nitro Tuggle is straight up Key and Peele sketch. Oh my god. Fuck, I think you're right though.
Put me down for Jet.
Jet Wiggles.
Jet Wiggles.
Oh fuck. Turbo.
We got a Turbo.
A Nitro and
Turbo
a Jet.
Jukes, Jet Wiggles, and Nitro Tuggle. It is Nitro Tuggle. All right. Okay. Now we're going to go to Duke.
That's totally made up.
Now we're going to go to Duke, and we have another linebacker.
What?
We have Noteworthy Smith, Unforgettable Jones, Remarcus Johnson, and Memorable Factor.
I'm going to go with memorable fact.
I think it is a memorable fact. I think I've heard this one before.
Eric?
I would like Remarcus, please.
Where's Demolishes Syracuse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he's one of them. That's for goddamn sure. So,
Was it a memorable factor in the game?
Eric,
I would like Remarcus, please.
he would like Remarcus Johnson. It is memorable factor. It is memorable factor.
Where's the fun?
And the last one, you might have seen plays that are related to this. Florida State, who just got upset by Virginia. Very specifically, this wide receiver,
What?
had he caught the ball, would have been the winning touchdown in second overtime for Florida State to beat Virginia. But instead, the ball was picked up in the end zone by Virginia. The fans rushed the field while this gentleman was still on the ground in the end zone.
He punched a guy out.
Was this squirrel white, chipmunk brown, rabbit green, or ferret gray?
Squirrel white.
Chipmunk.
Which one of them got run over by Virginia fans yesterday?
Put me down for Chipmunk.
Rabbit green.
Rabbit green, chipmunk brown, and squirrel white. Matt is right with squirrel white. And that is my list.
In my head, his parents were like really big 8 Mile fans, so they called him Rabbit, you know.
They cheddar bobbed themselves.
All right.
So, I got 7, Brian got 6, Eric got 1.
Yeah, that tracks.
That being said, I would say there's no losers when it comes to picking some of the best names in college football, especially when you've got a 25% chance. Because let's be honest, I think I did a pretty good job of coming up with alternates.
I feel like we all just won big.
That was fantastic.
There's moral victories all around. So, yes.
Demon Clowney is a cousin of Jadeveon
Okay.
Clowney, yeah.
I was worried about
I
that.
knew they were related.
I almost didn't include him only because, but like he's like a 5th-year senior, so he's been around. So I feel like he's probably popped up in some of these lists
Yeah.
as time has gone on.
Yeah,
But
because we
yeah.
had a pulse on that.
yeah, but no, we do enjoy these lists year after
But
year.
like,
yeah.
I mean, the Key and Peele sketch is like, what, 12 years old at this point?
Oh my
Yep.
god, yeah.
And when they did it, it was funny because there were people with like odd names. And since that fucking skit, I swear people are naming their kids on purpose to
Just
make
to
it
get
sound
them
like they're
on
part of
that
that skit, you
yeah.
know?
Now
I agree.
they wouldn't technically be old enough,
No, they wouldn't be.
you know. And some of them, like I forget what Mobility's real name is, but like Mo is actually a part of it.
Like Amos.
But even still, like
Those are great, man.
Us.
Nitro Tuggle.
Great work, Scotty. Great
Nitro
work.
Tuggle. Like, to be up against Turbo Jukes, Jet Wiggles, and Rocket Jimmy. Yeah. Lord Scripture, Sir Bible, Major Gospel, and Reverend Psalms. Like, oh, gotta
And
love
like
it.
that one, like Reverend is a name I've seen before. You know,
Yep.
like you take like a religious term, sometimes a noun, and you
Yep.
make it a person's name.
Yep.
That's not
Yep.
uncommon.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
know it, so that is all I did for the NFL.
Oh, that's
'cause
great.
Well,
That was,
great.
that was enough of
What do
my
you mean that's
time.
all you
and I
did?
had it last minute.
I would like to bring up one on NFL, and it's just more of what the fuck happened to Syracuse last night?
I mean, when you lose your starting quarterback,
Yep.
and your backup is having a rough game, that doesn't help. That being said, the defense was awful, and nothing. It also sucks on a parents' weekend.
Yeah.
I was at our Syracuse restaurant chatting with family left and right, and they were like, not only was it a little bit sad to see like how many open seats. It was a sold out game, but the number of seats that were open in the stands said was disappointing. And then people started leaving really early,
Yeah.
and it was like,
that
oh,
sucks.
that sucks.
And it was
too.
against Duke,
I
when Syracuse
know.
has been killing it. Like,
I know it.
but like
I know.
the quarterback, like he was fighting for the starting job in the summer.
They said that, but I guess we don't know how close it really was,
Okay.
right? They were two transfer quarterbacks. Was there really a fight for it? I don't know. That being said, he got his first start. Was it just some like first real start?
Can he
Was it
shake
some
that
nerves?
off? Like, okay, I got
don't
some
know.
experience
I
now,
don't know.
and,
Yeah. It was a bummer of a vibe, So yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us to just the worst. Eric, I know that you already mentioned what you wanted to talk about for this, so why don't you bring it up?
It's not exclusive to this, but Jerry Jones is just the worst.
Because of his
Always.
ill-fitting suits.
He has
Because he looks like a
ill-fitting
sea hag?
suits. Micah Parsons, before he got traded to the Packers, paid for a suite for the year, and Jerry wouldn't give him a refund on that, which is just like he has the money. That's just petty as shit. And it's fun to hate the Cowboys, but they've sucked for 30 years. And
But like a sweet, like
Yeah.
the luxury
Like-
boxes that are glassed
like
in.
my
and-
family can come and watch the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
And like Jerry Jones would rather just let it sit empty than refund him for
No,
that.
I state as I did before the show, Micah Parsons should get any kids that are living in homeless shelters or any other bad situation, Make-A-Wish kids, whatever, send every kid that's having a hard time to go watch the game in your
Yep.
suite.
Yep.
Obviously, this week they wouldn't because he'd have his family there because I'm assuming he still has a bunch of people in Dallas.
This is the one game he's going to use it.
Oh my God, that was a great hit.
Yeah.
You need to check him for a concussion.
Yeah, so Matt, I'll wrap it up. I just Jerry Jones just being a small man, and yeah, like if you don't want to refund Micah Parsons, you could have Dallas kids come watch the game.
I think it would be great.
I also don't understand it because it seems like a level of petty when you're the one who held off waiting to pay him, and he didn't demand a trade. He just said, I'm one of the best at my position, and I would
Yep.
like to be paid for it. Had you paid him 3 months earlier, it would have been cheaper. But you waited, the market went up, and then you decided to trade him. There was maybe there was additional negativity behind the scenes, but at the same time, now you're about to start the season, and you can resell that
Yep. Oh, in a
to
heartbeat.
people that are supporting you,
Yep.
instead of now someone who's going to actively not.
And
I don't understand the logic there, except for being a petty small man who looks like he's shrinking and hasn't updated his wardrobe.
You could resell that, or you could also have a group of middle schoolers come watch a football game.
But Jerry
You know what I
Jones
mean?
isn't
Like-
going to do that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like you could. I'm
Sorry,
sure
Matt.
seventh
Matt.
graders.
Mary
okay.
Bones.
Mary
Mary
Bones.
Bones. Sorry.
But like the bad press, if Micah Parsons makes sure to put it up on X or on his TikTok account or fucking whatever it is that he's
Right,
using,
right.
and like every fucking week show
Right.
these people that he allowed this amazing experience of
Right.
this all you can
And
eat
he-
amazing buffet,
Yeah. And Matt, remind me, like he did something similar for his draft.
No,
party?
Najee Harris did.
Oh,
When
Najee Harris,
Najee
okay,
Harris
Okay.
grew up living in homeless shelters.
Oh, okay,
When
okay,
he was
yeah.
when he was having his draft party when he was drafted, he held it in the homeless shelter that he spent the most time in growing up. And so yes, showing these kids anything that shows that there is more to life that is capable of happening to them, I think is an awesome thing you can try to do.
Yeah, right.
And it would piss off Mary Moans. Oh.
And he'd have to also do photo ops for it because it'd be a huge thing. It'd be a great way to point out just how fucking much of an asshole he is.
Yep. That also, like, because there was, like, a little bit of chatter about, like, oh, Micah really wants to be traded. He's just using the money of the contract as, like, the linchpin for it. And, like, if he already bought a fucking luxury suite for the season, he's probably planning on playing for Dallas this season, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll wrap this up quick, but even if you didn't want to refund him, like, you could donate that money to a hospital, an animal shelter, a homeless shelter, like a woman's shelter, and he's just, like, it's not like he needs it.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Scotty.
Yeah. So mine is about the game in Ireland. And specifically, it was a comment that Aaron Rodgers made. He called up the Steelers, and he said that he wished they traveled earlier in the week, and football decisions were made, and instead they were going to travel to Ireland on Friday. He thought they should have left sooner, and his reasons were it'd be great for everyone to go out and see the sights. He was like, I'm a bit of a historian. Like, I personally would like to go see a bunch of the things that Ireland has to offer. He said, I'm not much of a beer drinker, but the only beer I drink is Guinness. And I'm told it's better in Ireland. And, like, while we do have a little bit of time to get out and about on Saturday, like, we don't have a lot of time to enjoy, right? And what's just the worst about all of it is, one, I agree with Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to say, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I agree with Aaron Rodgers. That's what's just the worst for me. But it's also like, if you're gonna do these games, going there and just playing the game and then leaving doesn't seem like the level of goodwill the NFL should be doing. You're going to Ireland, get out and about, like, go be seen in these areas.
Go get mugged.
You go get mugged, sure, right? Like, no, but like spend some, be able to go see these sites, like get these guys out and about and traveling. Like, there's some cool shit to go see, but beyond just seeing the sights, go meet fans, spend time out of the stadium. Also, spend time away from jet lag, because that's what drives me crazy. It's the one thing that the Jags do right, is when they go to Europe, they always schedule 2 back-to-backs. And it seems like it works out for them in their second game almost every time.
Yeah.
So I actually talked about this on my other podcast this week, and my mentioning of it was because I thought the problem was that Aaron Rodgers said this poorly. He could have phrased this in a way to where it didn't make all of Pittsburgh Steelers management look like assholes.
Oh, no, I mean, listen,
he chose his words. He always does.
I shared it purposely in this way.
And you're right. They should have gone earlier because they should have gotten on the time from there. Because, 9:30 in the morning here is, I believe, 3:30 or 2:30 in the afternoon there.
We're like +6.
Yeah, but the jet lag is real. And if you get there early in the week, do the practices, yes, you can go see some sights. You can also meet some fans there. You could maybe throw some footballs around with some junior high kids or some shit to try to build up interest.
Sure.
There's a lot you could do.
Which is the whole point of doing NFL in other countries.
I will also say this, though, as far as Aaron Rodgers, like, I'd love to see this country. It's too bad we have more time. Motherfucker, you are a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go there in the off-season.
Oh, yeah. He's never been. His mention of him, I'm a bit of a historian myself. The way it read was wildly pompous.
Yes.
Oh, that's not surprising.
He could have just said, I enjoy history. I like learning about these historical facts. I wish we had more time.
He said, I'm a historian.
Cool.
I, too, have watched every episode of Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. A bit of a history buff.
I mean, listen, as I said on my podcast, if he would just spend less time going to South America for ayahuasca and went to Ireland to have a couple Guinness and check it out, cool. And yes, they should have gone early. He's right, and I hate him for that.
First of all, the ayahuasca scene in Southern California and in the Austin area is pretty strong, so you don't really have to travel south.
I would assume, based on the climate, that Ireland has some amazing shrooms, though.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Ooh, another injury for the Cowboys. That's not good. Was that Deron Bland? I'll have to look that up. Okay, any just the worst, Brian?
Yeah, I gotta just the worst. It's a really bad just the worst. So the guy back in the summertime that killed, I think, 4 people, and he thought he was going to the NFL offices. He left a note, a suicide note, and said, please check out my brain or something like that. And then he killed himself, shot himself in the chest to preserve the brain. The report came back. He has CTE. And so it's yet another thing. And his note was about, the NFL is actively hiding what's going on with this. They're getting in the way of research. And I'm like, you totally shot the wrong fucking people. Yep. Even if you would have hit the right office and you hit the NFL offices, still the wrong fucking people.
So some poor secretary.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, so that's still all fucked up. But once again, it's like someone else that killed themselves after killing other people, but because of CTE. Like, God damn it, NFL.
In a significantly less point or less dramatic point, it's kind of like the person who says, "Yeah, I don't believe in tipping." Well, your point of protest is against the server who has no control over the current system, and when you don't tip them, they still have to tip out of the rest of their bank to the back of the house, which actually just cost them money. But your protest hurt one person
and did nothing.
And did nothing to fix the system. Like those types of points of protest, like direct them where necessary. He hurt the wrong people in it. His message, however, is very strong. The CTE is a big issue. We've talked about that quite a bit. Also,
on that same note, Cam Scadaboo, I love watching you play. Please wear a Guardian helmet.
Please, just wear one.
My guy, you're gonna shine bright like a diamond for 3 strong seasons.
It's like the linebacker who played for the Chargers and the Patriots.
Junior Seau.
Yeah.
He shot himself in the chest.
So did Dave Durson.
Yeah. It's not uncommon.
Yep. So
and he never played NFL. He got these from high school football.
Yeah.
And so if they're not mandating, and again, someone's got to pay for them because the Guardian helmets aren't fucking cheap. But high school CTE, high school, that's it. You played 4 fucking years.
The NFL should be giving those out to high schools.
Yep.
And junior highs.
And
Yeah.
Like you start playing football in middle school.
And honestly, I'm at the point now where I'm questioning whether or not Pee Wee football should even be
right. Oh. I'm glad they're pushing the flag football.
Yes.
That they're actually spending money on that.
Yes.
That's good, but I'm like, you could also help the people that are fucking batting heads left and right every fucking week,
Yes. Yeah.
And like, oh no, it looks silly. It's like, yeah, everything looks silly the first time you see it. Fucking get over it.
Yep.
I want to watch football for the rest of my life. Right. Put on the fucking helmet.
Although some of us of a certain generation did play NBA jams, and you could do the big head code, so it doesn't seem that weird to me. So I don't know.
I fucking forgot about that.
I like that. That's a good point. Before we go further to our Squeak Streaks, let's talk about last week's streaks that Squeak produced. And also, since he wasn't here the week before, let's discuss the 4-bagger that he had out for us.
Oh, he had a 4-bagger.
Right.
So he said that Trevor Lawrence is going to throw for over 270 yards and a loss. He only threw for 222, and they won. So wrong.
Wrong.
What else did I get wrong?
I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. Some random-ass fucking guy named Franks is going to have 8 catches. I could find one Franks that ever catches balls, and he did not. He had 0 catches. He said Brandon Aubrey's going to have 3 field goals over 50. Not even fucking close.
Okay.
He did have 1 field goal, and it was over 50. But you did get it right that the Colts will get to 13 points, and they did, because they won 41-20.
All right, so last week, how did he do?
I got 1 out of 4.
What's that?
I got 1 out of 4.
You got 1 out of 4. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's what we're cooking.
But even your one was hold on.
By the way,
that was 2
parlay
weeks
lost.
ago.
Squeak doesn't count. Sorry.
Yeah. You picked 2 that aren't going to fucking happen yet, so we can't fucking say. You did correctly say that Saquon Barkley will average under 3 yards a carry.
Nice.
And he only averaged 2.26 per carry.
Well
done. That was the one I was like fucking wrong. And I looked at the stats like, oh no, he's fucking way right on that one.
All right, so what are... That's right. Would you want to do the intro for Squeak Streaks on the...
Well, can I just tell you what I'm cooking with?
Well, hold on
Yeah,
one
it's okay.
second. Hold on.
I haven't tested out that part of the,
All right.
the
Squeak
update.
Streaks! Squeak Streaks! Woo!
Okay, so I got one right last week, so we're going to take that to the bank.
No,
Out of
parlays.
curiosity, what are the 2 he has left to go tomorrow or tonight?
So he says tomorrow that Garrett Wilson's going to have 9 catches. That's
Okay.
it, just 9 catches.
It's possible.
And tonight, actually, we can see if he's wrong already. Jordan Love's going to have under 200 yards passing. What does he have so far,
That's
Matty?
plausible.
I will find out for you real fast while he discusses his
All right,
streaks.
what are your streaks for the next
So
week?
can I
I'm
rattle
there,
this off?
Yep.
Okay, here's what we got.
I'm there, man.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey will average over 10 yards receiving versus the Rams Thursday night for the second straight week in a row.
So over 10 yards a catch.
Yes.
Okay.
Carson Wentz will throw for over 300 yards 2 weeks in a row in a loss versus the Browns on Sunday.
Say it one more time.
Carson Wentz throwing for over 300 yards 2 weeks in a row in a loss versus the Browns on Sunday.
Ouch.
And then Juju Smith-Schuster will average 9 yards per catch versus the Jags Monday night, second week in a row.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, by the way, as we're 4 minutes left in the second quarter, Jordan Love is sitting at 160 yards. So he has 40 more yards to break that
So it's
squeak.
possible.
And up Greg is here.
Oh, yep, Greg.
Up, Greg. You worked under the table.
All right. Well, that is everything we have for this week. Other than making all our picks way too early with 2.5 games still to go, because here we half-ass everything and whole-ass nothing.
100%.
So, where are we standing so far on this week's picks?
This week so far, Scotty's in the lead with 10 correct picks.
Okay.
Scott,
You and I
Scott
both
knows
have
ball.
8.
Scott
Okay.
knows ball. So.
And Eric had 6.
Okay. Who was
But,
the first game?
Thursday night, we got the Niners going to the Rams.
Oh, my God. That's a tough one.
The way the Niners are playing and fucking hurting, I don't see how they could fucking beat the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick the Rams on that one. Their defensive line is so good they can get pressure with just 4 guys. Ricky Pearsall getting hurt this week. We don't know how serious that is yet, but if he misses, then they're gonna be down to Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
And I don't
nothing
know
else.
who.
Who's it, Joel?
And they still have Tongus instead of George Kittle because he got put on the IR, so he can't even come back until after next week.
Yeah. Juwan Jennings, who got paid and said, I guess I'm going to do nothing.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, he has been a little banged up.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right.
Are you saying Rams as well?
Oh, yeah,
Scotty?
Rams. Sorry, yeah.
Put me down for the Niners. For
Really?
fun.
Okay.
Just for fun.
For shits and giggles, okay.
Okay.
We have a London game,
Putting
Vikings
it in
at
that column instead
Cleveland.
of this one?
Well, thank you, sir.
And we don't have to completely redo it.
I've done it before. Vikings play the Browns, and the Browns are the home team in London.
The Vikings are in overseas for 2 weeks in a row.
Yep,
That sucks
they
for
did
them.
it. They did it right.
They did it right, regardless,
talked about that.
regardless
No, I know,
of that.
but
Cleveland's defense versus what we're seeing with Minnesota right now, I think is the right situation. I don't care that Minnesota's going to be rested. I think that Cleveland's defense is going to be enough to get them the win.
I'm going Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
I'm also going Vikings, please.
I mean, we could all be wrong, you know.
Well, no, unless there's a tie, because I picked Cleveland. So.
No, you say the three of us.
No, the
could be
three of
wrong.
us could be
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
Yes.
Well, you said all. But, I'm
You
here.
weren't included in that group.
Boo.
The Cowboys visit New Jersey to play the Jets.
Fuck.
I want to pick the Jets, but I'm
I
like,
do too,
come
but
on.
man.
I don't see that fucking happening.
The problem is I don't know if CeeDee Lamb will be back. And their offense does not look very good against the Packers tonight. Granted, the Packers have a better defense than the Jets, but the Jets still have a good defense.
You know what? I can't in good conscience pick the Cowboys. Jets.
Hey, well, your conscience is stronger than mine. I'm still going to stick with Dallas on that one.
Also
That
put me
being
down
said,
for the Cowboys, please.
I want the Jets to keep it within a point. I want it to be a barn burner. I'd like to see the Jets play some good football, but I'm just not convinced. Even a home game, I don't think it fucking matters.
You're on the fence here, aren't you?
Yeah. It's tough because Justin Fields should be back from the concussion protocol this week. And the Cowboys defense is fucking terrible.
Can Brees Hall light it up against the Cowboys?
I think he can. And I think that Garrett Wilson can.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause-
But I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to be very embarrassed after the end of this game. 'Cause I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to be very embarrassed after the end of this game. But I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to be very embarrassed after the end of this game. But I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to be very embarrassed after the end of this game. And I think that anger and Jerry Jones being very furious at them will somehow carry over, and that they will find a way to beat the Jets.
Okay.
Wait,
Man, I think it's going to be close.
Wait, do you really think the team cares if Jerry Jones is mad?
I don't know.
The team? No, I don't think so.
The coaching staff is going to be fucking angry too, though.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
they've done nothing offensively so far tonight.
I am watching the same game, and
You know what?
agree.
Fuck it. I'm taking the Jets.
Oh. Woo.
All right.
The Broncos visit Philly.
Fuck.
Philly.
I got to take Philly. And that's nothing against the Broncos, but
Philly at home.
they've done everything they've wanted to in years.
Their defense is playing fantastic, and I think when you compare offense to offense, the Philly offense is better than Denver.
Yeah, I mean, A.J. Brown had 2 catches for 7 yards today, and they won. So, okay. Surtain takes A.J. Brown out of the game.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
I'm also picking Philly. Next, Texans.
Whoa!
It's the fucking Eagles, man. I have to make a logical
They're
pick.
reigning Super Bowl champions.
You know?
Like, I don't. Yeah.
Would I love to be fucking wrong?
Yeah,
Absolutely. You know?
You'll be partying hard if you're wrong, actually.
For the sake of this game, you'll be glad to take the L. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Is Eric taking over you?
Philly across the board. Texans go to Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Get right game for Baltimore.
I mean-
Unfortunately for Texans.
Texans are not playing good football. It's Baltimore.
I have to tell you something scandalous.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Texans because if the Bills win,
Did-
they'll be undefeated.
Hey,
and
hey.
The Ravens will be
You-
like 1-4.
Hey,
You know,
hey,
microphones have to pick up what
Yes.
you're saying.
He knows.
There are
It can-
people
it can
trying to
hear him.
listen to
Yeah.
the podcast.
Okay,
Um,
I'm picking the Texans.
There we go.
I'm also
Alright.
picking the Texans.
Oh!
The Ravens they're fucking bad. They are not playing well, you know? And like, yeah, could they turn it around against the Texans? Of course they could. But fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
Raiders visit Indy. Anybody not picking Indy?
No.
No.
It's too bad because I do
Right.
like certain parts of the Raiders, and again, Max Crosby is going to have a good game. I think Ashton Jeanty will probably have a decent game, but that Colts offense, especially if Adonai Mitchell,
Yep.
just carry the ball into the end zone and then celebrate. Jesus
Yep.
Christ, Jonathan Taylor did that last year against the Broncos. How has that not been drilled out of the Colts' heads?
What was that football
That's what she
movie
said.
where they made like the receiver carry the football like at all times?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's the program. As
Oh,
Oh, the
Yeah,
program.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, and like they were constantly trying to like swat it away
Yeah,
from it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They should fucking do that shit.
You know, yeah, right.
Apparently it's a Colts problem, so. Dolphins go to Carolina.
That's a good toss-up.
Carolina at home.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, Miami still has I mean,
Okay.
they got a lot to
I-
prove. Obviously,
I-
they haven't played
I-
yet this
Devin
week.
Achane explodes for 2 touchdowns in this game. Miami Dolphins win.
Oh.
Only because I don't like the Panthers' defense. I don't like Miami's defense either. But I think that my thinking here being Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and Achane, greater sign than anything that the Panthers have on the offensive side of the ball.
Although, yeah, but the Panthers do have Duval.
Duval.
Spicy take. Dolphins win this game, and Mike McDaniel saves his job.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's not that spicy, but I
Well,
think
that whole delays the loss of his
Delays
job.
the inevitable.
yeah, so not spicy, but I think he holds on to his job.
If he loses like 30-7 to the Panthers, he's
Oh,
fired.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That should have been one of your streaks.
And the reality is, I think he is a talented offensive coordinator.
Oh, I
But
think
he needs someone to
You
rein
need-
him in.
sometimes you need a head coach to be like, stop
Like,
with that
stop,
and
yeah.
just run the fucking ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
But-
Giants play in New Orleans. Oh, sorry.
No,
Well, what was your thought? No, what were you saying before we move on to the next game? What was your thought?
I do not think he will be employed as the coach of the Dolphins by the end of the year.
I agree.
Yeah.
I really do. I hate to say that because I'm a fan, but I agree. He
That
should
was a
be
great
OC,
catch by
yeah.
Pickens just then.
Yeah.
Holy
Sure was.
shit.
Put me down for the Giants.
Giants.
I'm saying that the Giants beat the Saints too. The Saints look great today. The problem with having a game like that where you play as hard as you can and you still lose is that
Yep.
it is very demoralizing.
Why did we try so hard? Let's not
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that the Giants' defense is really good.
Yep.
Really good.
And even if Jackson Dart does exactly the same,
Yeah.
That's still a win.
Without
you know?
without Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler does not want to see Abdul Carter,
No.
Brian
No.
Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau coming at him.
No.
He does not,
No.
or Dexter Lawrence for that matter.
No.
That front seven of the Giants, I think, sets the tone, and that is why they win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's Camp Scatterboo, too. Like, that team, I'm sorry, let's just, I know I already talked about the Giants, but I think when you have a runner like that on your team, and you have someone that plays and will hit anyone just to make sure he hits someone on a play, I think it gets the whole team a bit fired up.
Yeah.
And I think that alone has been a really big boost to the morale of the Giants. And the putting in Jackson Dart and getting the win today, I think, is a big thing. Now, are they going to be a long-term through the season to having this kind of success? Probably not, just given the lack of talent on the offensive line. But against a team like the Saints, that matters. And I think that carries through, and that is why I think that they will absolutely beat the Saints next week.
Yep.
I agree.
The first tough one, I think, of the week. The Buccaneers at Seattle.
That is tough, but I think Baker's angry.
Yeah.
And I think angry Baker is a lot of fun to watch on offense.
I don't care that it's an away game. I'm team Baker. They fought so fucking hard against a great team.
Yes.
And Seattle's defense is good. Mike Evans may be back. That makes a difference. That being said, you've got Bucky Irving just getting better and better. It seems
Emeka
like
Egbuka having a fucking
my God,
amazing
right?
game.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you're about to get Godwin back too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Shit,
practiced this week. So
Okay, yeah, but yeah.
I think the Bucks find a way to win this game. I do.
Yeah. I don't think it's find a way to. I think they control the game myself. So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
My only concern is, they played Arizona. And I'm like, coming off of that,
But that was the kind of game that they should have won by more. They
Yeah.
didn't, which means the coaches get to harp on them all week about the mistakes they made.
oh, that's true.
It's a good thing early in the season, I think, to have close games you win. That's why I'm not upset that the Bears barely won. I'm ecstatic that they won, but I also love the fact that going into the bye, the coach is like, we got a lot of shit to work on, gentlemen, and we are going to. And I like that.
it feels a little better saying here's the list of things we have to work on after a win.
After a win. Yes, that's the key.
Yes, right.
All right, I'm going Bucks. You convinced me.
Nah.
I just don't pick against Baker because I like him.
Because you went to OU. I get it. Hey, he played for Texas Tech
Never
for a
heard
year
it.
too, man.
And
I liked watching
and I
him.
root for them too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't pick against Baker.
The game of the week no one's going to watch. Titans at Cardinals.
Well, if there was ever a game for Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison and McBride to explode and get it together, this is it.
I have Arizona at home.
Yeah.
Man.
They cannot lose the fucking Titans. They
don't
cannot.
listen. Don't
you
get
know?
me wrong. I would love to see this be the right game for Cam Ward to.
To throw for more than
Who I do
112
like.
yards.
Can we get 250 yards? Can he get 30 yards
Well,
of rushing?
imagine how nice it would be if he had a wide receiver I don't know. This is a crazy wide receiver that could have been on the team. Let's just say A.J. Brown. To throw the ball to.
Oh, you mean literally crazy?
Yes! Well, he was on the Titans.
I know.
And Tyquan Thornton, who they
And he
drafted
was
with a pick
literally
they got
crazy.
for him, is no longer on the
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
God damn. The Titans have almost nothing to throw the ball
Yep.
to. They got Pollard running his ass off. I feel bad for Ward.
I kind of do too. Yeah.
I like him as a quarterback. I think he has a future in the league. But fuck, they got to get a lot of weapons for him, man.
That last quarter for Arizona.
Yeah, that's
If-
assuming. Yeah.
If they could just rely on that and say, we can do this. That one last quarter for them. This can be what we're capable of. And Tennessee's a good get-right spot.
Yes.
I don't know
Yep.
if Tennessee has it in them for, what is even the get-right for them? I don't even know. They're not right, so.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean-
they need a game against Carolina.
It's almost like
Or New Orleans.
they're tanking accidentally.
Yeah.
Well, it will be
With
interesting.
injuries as well,
If they
but,
actually
you know.
end up with the number one pick instead of the Saints.
Yep.
It will be interesting because, all right, who is the absolute best player in this
Yeah,
draft?
who are
We
you
don't
gonna
have to
pick?
worry about who the best
Yeah.
quarterback is. We already have that. Well, they can take a best off it. They could truly get a offense or defense changing player.
Well, because it's not looking like Arch Manning is the second coming, so.
Nope.
Yeah.
The March for Arch for the Saints is no longer a thing I talk about.
Nope.
Just real quick about the Saints.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler has not won a starting game.
Yeah, he's like 0-10, right? Yeah.
In fairness to that man, He is not playing with
Look
the
who he
most
plays
talented
for.
team.
It's not an indictment on him, but he has not won a game.
No.
But it's, I mean, like, again, we
But they
don't know
played hard
enough.
today, and that team seemed to believe in him, too.
Yes.
Like, truly.
Yes. They did.
But, like, I know, like, Scotty is like, Trevor Lawrence, he can be the QB. And, like, we haven't seen enough of Spencer to, like, we don't fucking know. You sprinkle through 10 fucking losses and...
Playing for one of the
shitty
worst teams in the
you know,
league.
so-
Right, but like,
Because they had 2 wins last year before he even touched the field.
Yeah.
That's because their offense, out of nowhere last season at the beginning of the year, just blew up for points and they did nothing.
Well, that was with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
An experienced quarterback
Yeah.
who has downfield vision when he's not getting hit like his brother.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but it's unfortunate for him where you get to a franchise where like we are going to shoot you in the foot.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we got the Lions visiting Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I
Detroit.
I mean, Cincinnati full steam? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Nope.
Cincinnati without Burrows?
No.
Yeah.
I would feel bad for Burrow playing against Aiden Hutchinson with that offensive line.
Yeah, he'd just be knocked out another 3 weeks.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it
sucks, but yeah, it's clearly
it's such
Detroit.
a Detroit
yeah.
pick. Like, that's just the way it is.
If Cincy could pull off a win, though, Jesus, you know.
I would not want to be a Detroit Lion player if Cincinnati wins.
Like,
that
every
game.
play is just 80-yard bombs to Jamar Chase. Let's see what fucking happens.
Yeah,
you
Dan
know?
Campbell will come in after drinking 8 32-ounce coffees instead of 4 if they lose that game.
The amount of vomit on the field after the game, just like you're all running,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you don't stop until you
Yep.
puke.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, Detroit across the board, yeah. The Commies visit the Chargers. This could be the best game of the week. Well,
I mean, I wonder if Jaden Daniels is back, number 1. Is Terry
and if
McLaurin
he's
playing
really
number
healthy,
2?
yeah.
The Chargers, and this is no offense to the Giants. The Giants played great today. The Chargers are going to be angry about that loss. And I think because of that, they come out on top in this game.
Even without knowing Joe Alt's situation, he did get carted off. But,
ankle injury, yeah.
You know, so I don't know how severe it is. Even without Joe Alt, I'm going Chargers. Chargers at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eric?
Oh, Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to say the upset. I'm going to go with the Commies.
Okay.
The Pats go to Buffalo.
This could be a tie.
I'm gonna let everyone else go first.
I mean, I just feel like it's a Drake May
It's the
scorcher.
Buffalo.
You know what I mean?
It's the Buffalo Bills. It's not even fucking close. Like,
Okay.
I think Josh Allen understands how much Bills fans loathe the Patriots after losing to them for so long, and I think at this point his goal is to go out there and embarrass the fuck out of the Patriots.
And it's
when
not
they
it's
play.
not even just Josh Allen. The
It's
reality
the whole
is the
organization.
the defense the defense needs to feel like shit after the number of points that the Saints put up on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
The defense, if anyone, is going to be like, New England is a better team with better weapons and a better quarterback. We can't give them anything.
Yep.
Anything.
I feel like if they didn't have that game against the Saints this week, they would have lost next week to the Pats. I think.
If they blew the Saints out of the water.
Like I think like holy fuck, like we got to get our shit together against the fucking Saints. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's a course correction they fucking needed because they would have slept on the Pats next week. Because the Pats aren't as shitty as everyone thought they would be. You know.
Yep.
Greggy, could you close your ears?
Oh.
I think the Pats are gonna win that game.
Holy shit! Really?
All
right.
It's kind of like a stock.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube right now, there might be a fight slightly off camera, and one producer, Greg, is about to beat the shit out of the other Bills fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like me
but-
picking the Bears to lose to the Saints.
No.
Ain't gonna happen.
I mean, that rivalry, the Pats not being a terrible team, you know?
I think Josh Allen and the rest of the Bills organization are going to be like, they are not up and coming. Fuck the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was Malik Hooker that got hurt earlier.
Oh, okay.
That sucks.
Oh,
he
it's
pulled
too.
up.
Oh.
Oh. I hope it's just a pulled calf or something.
oh,
and not-
yeah, cramp or something.
Like he didn't have a weird twist.
Oh, it's in his foot. Oh, I hope it's not turf toe. That would suck. All right.
And the Monday game, the Chiefs at the Jags.
Chiefs. If the Jags had lost today, I would give them a fighting chance, but I think the Chiefs are like, fuck this. Fuck this, time to go on a run. We were in the Super Bowl last year. We have been in every AFC championship for the last 5 fucking years. We're going to win this game.
Yeah.
Duval.
I think Jacksonville, like, I think they have a playoff team, but Kansas City knows how to win. And a team that is still figuring their shit out and getting better, Andy Reid looks at that like, you're just still a snack. You know? Like, I don't, like...
And that man knows snacks.
That man knows snacks. Yeah.
He doesn't snack.
I think my favorite thing
He
to
eats
this
8 meals a day.
my favorite thing to this day is remembering him in the first game of COVID when he had that mask over his face. And he just got all foggy and shit.
Yeah.
All right, who are the teams on the bye so we can warn people that play fantasy football so that some folks remember
Sir,
to
we
set
haven't
their
made our
lineup?
picks yet. You just assumed it was Chiefs across the board.
All right.
I'm going Jacksonville.
All right, yeah. All right,
I think they're going to spice it up. I think
Okay.
Kansas City might be like, it's just Jacksonville.
Holy shit, Pickens with a touchdown and the Cowboys
I
take
like
the lead.
Jacksonville, too.
Really? We have 2 Jacksonville picks.
Mahomes is looks like not himself.
Not good? Like, the whole team is not looking good. And I'm not saying Jacksonville is a better team. Don't hear what I'm not saying.
Nice.
Kansas City's defense is still solid.
It is, yeah.
Still solid, yeah.
But in the bye, we don't have to hear Matt bitch about a Bears loss, so that's nice. Nor about a Green Bay win, so that's nice. Pittsburgh and Atlanta also have the bye.
Very nice. I like it.
And I'll start tallying up our weekly picks to see how far ahead who is. Pretty close, actually. I mean, Eric's clearly in last place, but, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I live there.
Nice.
But that is next week's games.
Alrighty. You know what? We finally saw some better offensive line play out of some teams this week, with some teams that had a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the Ravens, any surprise teams with losing records at this point that you were like, I did not see that coming?
Part of me wants to say, like, the Browns, but then the reality is we know their defense is good, and their defense is what's keeping them alive. So I don't think that really answers your question. As much as we were just talking about Jacksonville, we all kind of said that we think Jacksonville can be a playoff team. So is that much of a surprise? Somehow it still is.
Right.
Like it's still, like, watching them actually play better. Still, every week seems like a bit of a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think there'd be 2 teams in the same division that have not fucking won yet. The Jets and the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on in that fucking division?
Yeah.
Like, remember just like a couple years ago, I was like, ooh, it's a battle to the fucking end of the season. Who's gonna fucking make it in, you know?
I think the Colts are still a surprise. They're going to be a surprise for another, like,
They're the
couple
surprising
weeks.
best record team, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, in my AFC West, like, the Broncos and, you know, fucking everyone fighting for first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I thought the Raiders would be a lot better.
Yeah.
I'd like to touch on something, even though I picked the Chiefs to win. I was talking to JD about this. I think the Chiefs have reached their crescendo of what they're going to be. And I'm not saying that they're not going to win games, not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're like, we're making the playoffs.
Like, they've peaked.
Like, we're not making the Super Bowl.
They're at a tough spot in their run where, like, Mahomes is going to be there for a bit, but they've got to start.
And I would never suggest to you that I think Pat Mahomes is
right, but they have to start building, like, they've got to start finding those next people to bring in.
Like, who's going to be Kelsey's replacement next year?
Exactly,
you know?
right.
He's 34, you
Yeah.
know?
Like, is Pacheco really the running back you guys want? I don't think so.
They don't seem to have the wide receiver room to build up. And, like, they kind of took a stance where it's like, we can make any receiver good. But it's like, yeah, but that means you have to have the offensive line to make that work. And again, you start aging out on those things, and, like, they're
and so I just I would not tell you I think Pat Mahomes is washed, but I would say I don't think he's going to get to 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
Again,
Like, to build up a team of that
Right,
caliber,
right.
like when he was peak,
Give
you know?
him
You're
a
not
couple
wrong, but at the
slower
same
years,
time,
and then,
didn't we say the same thing about the Patriots?
Well,
already?
but and actually, that's what I'm going to say. Is, like, you got to remember, like, you can have those years where you go a little bit slower on there, where you're still this perennial playoff team, but you're not the juggernaut.
You also
Where,
get earlier draft picks because of that, and if you're as good of a drafted team as the Chiefs have been,
Yep.
you'll be right back in it.
And also,
Could be.
just to wrap it up, I also wouldn't tell you guys I don't think Andy Reid's still a very good coach. I just,
Yeah.
yeah. I just think they hit their window, and now it's kind of like a lost in translation. Phase.
They're gonna be like the first and second round, and that's it in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
they take a couple years of that, and then they can start doing some of their rebuild in other positions. Then they make that further push, and then
I tell you what, though, if I was a fan of a team in the AFC, the last team I would want to see my team playing against in the wild card or
Oh, yeah.
round of the playoffs
yeah.
is the fucking Chiefs with
100%.
Mahomes at quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy
none of them are
shit!
saying
I'm
they're
not
washed.
saying-
No, I'm just saying, like, yes, like, the thing is, though, the problem is that, like, when you have Andy Reid and Mahomes, like, you could just go on an
Yep.
offensive run because that's how fucking good they are.
Last year, like, they were not playing well
No,
the
their
entire
defense
fucking
was.
year.
Their defense was playing
But,
fantastic.
like, they weren't playing well,
No.
you know? And they're like, oh, Super Bowl.
Yep.
yeah,
Like,
right.
I mean, you lost,
Right.
but still, fucking Super Bowl.
And
And,
that's-
you didn't
and to be
look like
fair-
a Super Bowl team.
To be fair,
you
I think
know?
the Eagles probably would have beat pretty much anybody.
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
game.
I don't
They
think it
were
mattered,
great
yeah.
last year.
Yeah,
I think Kansas City had the best
Matt,
chance of
I
beating
totally
them,
agree
yeah.
with you, but like, just if we played the Chiefs in the playoffs, 13 seconds, run it back, I would still have my head on the table, having Greg talk me off a ledge.
One thing I saw today that I did like a lot because so much has been made about the tush push, brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it, was a sweet fake off of it where Saquon Barkley tore
Yeah.
off out of the backfield.
Yeah.
He just pitched it out, and there wasn't anyone within 10 yards.
Yep.
Which means now, which I've been wondering why they haven't done this more sooner, now you have to actually consider that as a defensive coordinator. And now that also means you're going to have to start worrying about play action passes off of it. This is where a lot of fun can be had because they're not just lining up and doing that.
I loved that play. I felt it was a massive mistake.
To do it that early in the season?
You saved that for a playoff game.
I'm not going to disagree
Like, when
with
it's
you there.
fucking that fucking tight and you have to win that game. Oh.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's one to me that was a chess move. Like, oh, hold on, watch this. Every time we've run this was like a 95% success
Some
rate.
insane
right?
percentage,
Yeah, whatever,
yeah.
right? And right in the middle of everyone like really scrutinizing, like, well, you know, they might be lining up off sides and blah blah blah, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, by the way, we can, as you're planning to try to stop this and everything is going against this, now we've shown you this. What the fuck? How do you look? What every time you need to be
Yep.
like, they've got 1-2 yards. They're gonna run this 1 yard, especially like it's a lock. Now, to know that they can just do that, because that's the crazy thing is, Saquon Barkley has always been lined up, or even before he was there, always been lined up behind.
Mm-hmm.
And all it
So you have to pull two guys off the center to cover which side he might go to.
Or one safety that is backed up
Right.
a bit so you can try to
Right.
get him to, if he's fast enough,
Right.
try to catch that one.
the best part is all of the tape on the defensive side has been, how do we stop this tush push? And every single time they succeed.
Nearly every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Which means that the Eagles have how much tape of everyone lining up and what's worked and what hasn't. So now they know
that's
every
true.
single time where they're
Yeah.
like, in exactly these times, this is when it fails. And if we see anything in slightly this direction,
Any kind of formation like this.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's our audible. Holy shit.
Yep. And again, there's still the possibility to run a play action pass off of that, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting move by the Eagles doing that. And, yeah, it just opens up a lot for them on the short yardage. So I thought that was great. Okay. What a great week. Bears, 2-game win streak. Giants get off the schneid. Bills continue the wins. Broncos probably winning
Haven't
tomorrow
lost
night.
yet.
Who are they playing tomorrow night?
Bengals.
Oh, there you go.
Banged up Bengals. So.
Yep.
More blocked field goals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy
Finally
shit.
one that helped my
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. A 0 doink? Good. Always good for you.
Always good for us.
0 to 1.
All right, so the Cowboys are leading at the half. I did not see that coming. I won't lie. I'm sure Mary Moans is somewhere absorbing life force from fans from The Packers that drove all the way to see this game?
No, he's crying in that empty luxury box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the money we could have made. All right. Any last thoughts, guys?
Not really. No.
All right.
It's fun.
This was a lot of fun. These games today were amazing. There's a lot of very close games, a lot of come from behind games. This was a great time.
This is for no person in particular, but don't forget there is a London game on Sunday.
Set your lineups early. Also, little hint on maybe to help you out a little bit with that. If you do have someone playing in the early game, get them out of your flex spot. If it's a running back, put him in a running back spot. Wide receiver, put him in that spot. Leave the flex spot for if you need flexibility later in the game. I don't even say that as a pun. That is the truth.
Yep.
I have a last question, mostly directed at Matt, but you guys can answer.
No.
Any college football thoughts?
I think the Texas Tech Red Raiders have a very easy schedule and could very well end up undefeated.
Yeah,
I think Alabama is starting to get out a little bit of run.
Yeah.
I still say they're going to lose to Arizona State.
Texas Tech, you mean?
Yep.
Fuck the Sun Devils.
I'm just saying. They've been
That
fucking
was
shit
one
up.
of the ones
They've
that
been fucking
of
shit up.
that list.
Yep.
And then I
And
don't
BYU, I think.
BYU because
Yeah.
they're actually currently ranked.
Yep.
And I actually don't remember where West Virginia is at because sometimes they have a good team and sometimes they don't. But yeah, that's
That's
also
like at the end of the season
it
for
is.
Tech,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then my last question: do you guys think Alabama is back? Or
They're playing better. Well,
I mean, not like the way that we think of Alabama historically,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
better. Yeah.
I mean, they're just having to compete with other teams paying for players now. Like they
Yeah.
were the only ones doing it for a long time. So
My my UTSA Roadrunners and my Texas State Bobcats didn't lose this week
they didn't play.
because I didn't play.
Yeah, and the Red Raiders didn't lose this week either for the same reason. Any other last thoughts?
Nope.
Anything? All right. Listen, a lot of fun this week. Had a lot of fun with the show, and thank you very much for listening. If you do like the show, please give us a like, give us a follow. Tell us what we're doing right, doing wrong. Leave a review. If you do enjoy the show, please check out Straight Facts Homie, the non-Trey Wingo edition.
The original.
The original.
Original.
Put out a podcast yesterday. I'll try to get one earlier in the week this week just because a lot of stuff happened last week, so I got a little behind. But as always, I'm Matty Fax. Scott Stanton to one side, Brian Preston to the other. Got the Skunk Hunter, and up Greg, the producer, off to the side. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show, and have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of the games.